Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Evo Commentary Co-op Cup 2025 action. My name is David. I go by Venkabot. I'm gratefully joined by my friends here tonight, Donka, Amir, and Flanneljack, as we've been asked by Evo to commentate some of this sweet 5v5 teams action that happened in May. It's going to be an absolute pleasure and an honor. Introducing myself, again, I'm Venkabot. I am this season's Jazzy Commissioner for Season 6, 2025. It's been a lot of fun. I'm also going to be the lead coordinator for the Jazzy Finale happening June 20th through June 22nd, so just a couple weeks from now as of time of recording, at Japanese-style arcade in Denver, Colorado. That's called Akihabara Denver. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. 3 full days of Third Strike, some Alpha 2, some ST, some Vampire Savior. If you guys are into retro Capcom games, please come out and play. It's going to be a lot of fun. It always has been. It's our 3rd year there, actually. Yeah, so before the actual action starts, I want to introduce some friends of mine. Flanneljack, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us for tonight's commentary session.
It's my pleasure, David. My name is Flanneljack, as David said, but also my name is GK. I'm a long-time tournament organizer and player out of the Southeast, having run events predominantly in North Carolina and throughout the Southeast. I am a co-founder of Southeast Throwdown, and I'm a 3-time Jazzy finalist.
Awesome. Love to hear that, dude. Yeah, I really admire everything you've done for the Southeast over the years. Again, really grateful for you to join us for here tonight. Donka, welcome aboard, Doc.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Donka. I am also on the Jazzy board. I run the Jazzy newsletter. I lived in Tokyo for a couple years, playing both Makoto and Yun. So I'm excited to see some of the guys I played against and see this all-star top 8 that we've got going as well.
Thank you, Donka. Your experience with Japanese Circuit will be really instrumental here. I'm really proud of what we've done with Third Strike here in the U.S. over the years, but my experience with Japanese Third Strike is kind of minimal, so I'm really glad to have you here on the mic. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Amir XL. What's up, Amir?
Hey guys, hi everybody. My name is Amir. I'm a resident Chun-Li player from California. Been playing this game for about 2 decades now. Really happy to be around Jazzy and Evo. I've been to every single Evo since I was younger, and just glad to be playing in 2025.
Awesome. And the man you don't see here is Lucas. He's our Evo helper here. And we're starting here with a clean audio feed thanks to Evo. Here we go. This is the first game. This is Sho versus Omachan.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Sho is such a superstar, right? He has been a huge name in the Third Strike scene for such a long time. I think he had the 2004 Evo singles win against Boss, who's also on his team. That's just so many accomplishments to his name.
Yeah, Sho is easily considered the, if not the best Yun, a top 3 Yun in the world right now. And of course, being placed on third monster, which is maybe the most unfair team in this top 8. It's a pretty great player to have kicking off the set here.
Well, he's fighting Omachan here, who's an SA1 Ryu. It's not a character you expect to see that much in a format like this where you're seeing so many strong characters. I mean, SA3 Ryu is notorious for being really dangerous. Of course, Ryu is a very high damage and stun output character, but yeah, we see in the first round that he wasn't able to really get SA1 going.
One thing I wanted to mention about Sho too over the years is that he kind of plays Yun like a Marvel character where he's just resetting constantly in Kinichin. So I feel like that's a new version and just really optimal in my opinion from just watching him play over the last couple of years.
As you're saying, rather than getting the big combos, he's getting resets to reset the damage scaling, huh?
Pretty much.
Oh, I like that punish there. Close Fierce into EX Tatsumaki, or Fierce Tatsumaki.
If he goes for the resets, how does that affect meter gain? Because I know like a big part of Ganagin is not only the damage you do during the Ganagin, but getting the meter build afterwards, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The kind of reset meter build that you can generate is just straight up unfair. It's what makes this character the number 2 character in the game, essentially just resetting the kind of meter generation you can do at the end. Yeah, Sho definitely abuses that, and it's more of the modern take on Yun.
Oh, wow, good awareness of the HP level there. Wow, to cancel into EX dash punch to get the kill, just barely. So sneaky.
Yeah, it's one of those minor optimizations that you can make with the character, and yeah, Sho really showing why he's one of the best Yuns in the world right now, and feeling pretty good to have him kick off things for your team.
Well done to Omachan. I'll tell you what, when you're fighting Yun, it's always a nightmare, so my heart goes out to him. Here we go. Who's up next?
One thing I've noticed too is that when Sho plays, he's very comfortable. That's a really good sign, just to be confident going into the match.
Wow, deep roundhouse as an anti-air there.
Yeah, we got Hirohata Dudley up here. This is a really fun match to watch, specifically with Ian Dudley, because there's a lot of weird kind of juggles and character-specific things that Ian has to watch out for. But also, you're just going to see Sho run away, because Dudley is really scary and really has a high damage output.
Yeah, and Yun really excels at running away. It's really one of his big strengths as a character. Oh, didn't kill him there, though. Oh, jump back. So smart. So smart.
I feel like Dudley has like one of the best Okis in the game, especially when he has meter. It's just he's just constantly on you and just he's glued.
I feel like that's his win condition, right? Once he gets you in the corner, that's it. He is supposed to win at that point.
Right, Dudley. Once he knocks you down, basically, yeah, corner even better, but in general, if you can get a knockdown, like Amir pointed out, you can get a nasty, nasty, nasty mix-up. Oh, okay, nice escape there from Sho. Air to airs, pressure, there it is!
Nice overhead.
Just talking about that. Ooh, man.
That one misplaced low forward.
Dude, no meter necessary. You're just going to give him a good 35% off of a jump in. I love it.
You know, most resources I read have Dudley's life equal to Ken's, but I don't believe it. I think this man has like secret extra life somewhere. I just feel like he's so hard to beat.
I find when you read stuff like that and you're like, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure it is maybe mechanically true, but I doesn't feel like it's true. I've been playing for a long time.
Yeah, I even tested it. Yeah, I tested it and it came out to be true, but I was like, I'm not sure I even believe the test I just did.
What a block from Sho there.
Yeah, he missed the conversion, but was able to just get the super block.
Chansu! It's these one touch now.
Any touch.
Oh,
here it is. This is what Flint was talking about. What a block. What a block. Uh-oh. Aw, that's so sad. Lost a corner. Oh, my God.
You can only run away for so long against Ian and Ganejin.
Yeah. You can try to jump out, but it's so risky.
As much as I love the immense top-level gameplay of Coop, I think some of the best parts is just watching the teams talk, watching the teams celebrate with each other, watching the teams coordinate. I feel like that's the most real element of the whole tournament sometimes.
Yeah, it demonstrates the cultural difference, right, between, you know, where Japanese Third Strike is right now and where American Third Strike is. I think that we've seen American Third Strike really come together in the last few years in a really major way. That being said, team events like this are something that's really hard to coordinate. And you see that, you know, the long legacy of Co-op Cup, these teams, the way they work together is just so fascinating. I mean, they really are a single unit. I hope that over the next few years we can kind of get some of that's going on with American Third Strike. Of course, at the Jazzy Finale, there's always a team tournament, but you know, so many teams are sort of arranged on the spot, and yeah, it's really cool, like you said, to see these teams interacting the way they do.
All right, we got Yusuke up here.
Ooh. I know that this team, Third Monster, won the 2023 Cooperation Cup. Am I correct? They repeated
the 2024.
They won 2024. So who won 2023?
Actually, sorry. I will double check on that.
Oh, wake up! So nasty.
I do believe Third Monster, whatever year it was, won the last one. How often do we see repeat teams like this? Like, I feel like Nuki Children is a name I've seen before, and things of that nature. Have we seen these teams in the top 8 in their configurations as we see them now before?
I believe as far as back-to-back, it's pretty rare. But repeat winners over the years, yes, you do see that.
I had a question.
With the core, you know, maybe not the exact 5, but yeah, with the core, maybe 3-4 players.
Yeah.
What's in your mind, Amir?
I was just curious, like, if Nick and you, or if you guys, anybody knows about how long Sho has been playing, like, overall for Third Strike for his, like, history.
Yeah, I mean, Sho's been around for a long time. He is definitely up there with the other top Yun players, just as far as, like, the legacy skill that is kind of involved. Yeah, like a pickup like that. I mean, come on. Being able to understand where you are on the screen, how much bar you have left within Ganejin, it takes a long time. So he's definitely up there with kind of the more elder statesman Third Strike players for sure.
You said he was top 3 Yun in the world. Who would you put on the other 2 on that short list?
I mean, you would have to put Yakun on the short
Yakun,
list.
100%.
And then actually on the other side of the cab, maybe coming up next, most likely the anchor. Okay, so he will be the anchor. Is Ushi, who's a multi-character specialist, but a lot of people consider his Yun also very, very top.
The one thing I like about all the Yuns in general, at Coop in general, is all of them have like a very different play style. Like you can really differentiate play styles from the Yuns over there.
Yeah, what a beautiful game it is. We was talking about that on the Thursday Discord recently about how expressive this game is. Okay, Makoto.
Yeah, we've got Kai here with Makoto. This is also a really interesting matchup. Both characters are really explosive, and neither character really has a great wake-up option. So the kind of pressure that you do create, you kind of have to hold on either side.
Okay, early lead here by Sho. Okay, nice escape after the wake-up. So SA1 Makoto here. This is a confirm-based Makoto, trying to get a confirm into super. Oh, right there!
Oh, nice. I feel like SA1 is definitely the way to go against Yun because there's only so many chances you're going to hit him. So you just want something more guaranteed rather than like a gamble SA2.
Wow, I love when these stupid twins wake up with buttons. Like you said, they don't have a good wake-up option, so they're like, yeah, you're going to try to freaking grab me, hold this crouching jab, hold this crouching short.
We'll miss the ender.
Oh, nice.
When in doubt, just spam dive kicks. They're very good.
Too good.
And nobody got no bar. We see Sho running away full screen to whiff for bar. We talked about that earlier. Yun's so gross for that. Oh, just look how tiny the Ganesian bar is, man. That's so cheap. Oh, that was sneaky. Whiffing to grab.
That is a Makoto-specific ender there as well. She has a very wide hitbox when she's falling, so you're going to see a lot of that from the different Yuns in top 8 here. Some interesting combo routes.
Uh-oh. She's got bar.
Yo, just fearless, just hitting like stand short like that.
Oh, wow. Does get the pickup. That's it.
Man. So Sho working on OCV right now, looks like.
And, that's not surprising considering that, Sho is a 2-time Coop winner before this, and then also the winner of Evo Japan singles in 2024. He's just a monster. He's a beast.
Look at how scary his team is. They put him up first.
Yeah, seriously.
You talk about intimidation, right?
And as thought here, the anchor Ushi is the other kind of like in that top 3, top 5 Yun in the world discussion. So it'll be interesting to see if like his knowledge in the mirror will be able to take down Sho here and at least kind of like, get a point on the board for the other team.
I actually have never attended a Coop in person. When these teams lose, how is it really an embarrassing kind of thing? 'Cause I know like sometimes, particularly in the States, when we lose, it's such a crushing, soul-defeating experience. How do the Japanese players suffer and, kind of handle these losses on this stage? Have you ever seen that?
I mean, I think making top 8, just because of how big the field is once you go into these tournaments, is an accomplishment in and of itself. Obviously, they want to do well. They want to get past kind of that first round of the bracket. But, they're very apologetic to each other. But it being more of a team game and a team environment, everybody kind of lifts each other up and then probably goes out and has a lot of drinks after as well.
Oh, yeah.
The tack.
I always say, beer and third strike go together like peanut butter and jelly.
So Ushi makes Sho bleed his own blood here.
Yeah, Ushi's looking great here.
He's playing really solid.
Oh, that shoulder.
Day 1 Yun, tackle activate, dude. It works at the highest level.
Yeah, but it's so interesting how he timed it so carefully to slide underneath a potential standing button. That's what happened.
Oh, wake up
was strong. The gambles.
What a low pair.
Nice.
All right, Ushi. Point on the board for his team. I like it.
Looking focused. The face cam's so sick.
Yeah,
you can really feel
I really
the hype.
wanted to shout out the Japan Evo staff this year for the production value. I thought was really, really high for the arcade-based tournaments, because it is a little different than kind of like the more modern capture card era, everything that you're doing like on the console, having kind of the high quality audio and video capture, and us really able to see kind of like the victory and the like terrible defeats look on everybody's faces is awesome.
Yeah, and Co-op Cup always does so well as well. You gotta give them a lot of respect. I think it's a big part of Co-op successes. Really the effort they put into the production values every year. Like I said, Evo, a huge help this year, I'm sure.
All right, we got Michael Tan up here. Amir, I want you to tell me why he is the greatest player in the world right now.
Okay, so I definitely think Michael's top 3. Probably, like you said, number 1. He's just really good at situational awareness, and he's just waiting. This matchup's actually very difficult for Chun-Li, in my opinion, because you just have to react to what Yun does. So you can see Michael just like fishing for stuff and waiting. He's not just going to go crazy and like dash in and do some crazy stuff.
Well, that challenge in the corner there with back fierce, showing no fear. Again, you land on my head with a dive kick, hold this close roundhouse. You can't do that so high.
Great blocks.
Wow. Yeah, that's really good.
There you go.
Yeah, Chun always has that kind of tool in her toolbox. Pretty much any parried dive kick that isn't directly, you know, just hovering under the ground, she's able to link that low forward SA2.
It's actually it's pretty difficult too, because there's like a long period of waiting after the parry, so just having to be able to do it nonstop perfectly like that is just really impressive by Michael.
Oh, the overhead is so gross. Gets conversion though. This is big damage.
This is great right now for Yun because Chun really has weak options on wake up, so she's kind of stuck in the corner.
Yeah, she was definitely mashing buttons there. Michael was definitely either a throw or a low jab right there.
We've had a lot of success with mashing buttons in the corner in this set so far. I love these challenges. That being said, yeah, definitely a bit on the ass there.
Okay, corner carry.
Nice fearless command grab.
Yeah.
Excellent confirm. Big reward.
Oh, what a parry. Can he convert?
Nice.
Oh, he missed a conversion. That's a 1-frame link right there.
That's it.
Oh, just eats a low forward for jumping in. Oh, man. All right, well, Michael takes it for third monster here.
A great reaction there from Michael. Saw that the jump was not going to be a dive and just assumed it was going to be an empty jump, maybe a grab or a button, just presses low forward and seals the deal. You know, Yun had a third of his health left. Just instantly dead. That's third strike.
Yeah, man.
The reward is a bowl.
What a dominant performance from last year's winners. And now coming up, we have what, Legacy Arts versus the Gods of Destruction, seems like.
Look at that big, beautiful screen back there. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Yeah, I really agree with what Flannel said earlier about how much fun it is to see the teams talking and, you know, sharing advice, coaching. That's what teams it's all about. So we got
All
here.
right. We have one of my favorite players here, Higa. First of all, super nice guy. Anytime I would find myself at game versus Nishinipori while living there in Tokyo, he would come over and play a ton of casuals with me and also just randomly give me unsolicited advice, which I always really appreciated. He is kind of considered the grandfather of Ibuki players. He has kind of pioneered a lot of the matchup specifics and is still kicking, still competing. Just a ton of fun to watch.
You know, you say, you know, still kicking, still competing. I feel like a lot of these players have gray hair, very visibly, you know, gray hair and wrinkles. And I think it's really interesting to see how, not only just third strike, but the FGC in general, there is no end in sight, right? We haven't actually gotten to the theoretical max age a player can be, because we're set at the vanguard of the players who started, right? The Nukis, the Daigos, the Sakos, they're still going. And I'm really excited to see how far into the future can we actually push third strike. You know, what is the actual age where players have to stop? You know, we always talk about how real life is going to slow us down, but here we are 26 years deep and it hasn't done so yet.
True facts. Yeah, see that?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say that cool parry into crouching jab. Super. Ooh, nasty character.
That's the only thing you could do with Chun-Li for a punish for that, for the hop kick.
Sure.
I understand.
I was thinking that. And it's interesting how she can, I mean, her super's already so fast. Wow. But that crouching jab is even faster.
Oh.
I would say the majority of third strike players at Coop are probably 35 plus. Would you guys agree?
This is definitely an older game. Yeah. and it also really rewards legacy skill here. Like, Higa has played against Chun for the last 20 years. He knows kind of how to navigate some of her better buttons here.
Oh, man.
That being said, Shirokuro,
Good
definitely
reaction.
one of the best Chuns out there. Sees the command dash, says, I don't care, and just does a back fierce and confirms.
It was so sick.
We await your return.
Who's up next?
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3.
So real quick, context for people if they don't know Shirokuro. Also kind of in that conversation, in Amir, you can add kind of your insight Chun-wise here.
Sure.
For that top 3, Chun-Li, maybe top 4 if you're kind of talking Nuki and Rikimaru and MOV. But he did win Cooperation Cup in 2019. So there's a good number, I would say a lot of these top 8 competitors have either been there in the grand final stage or won a Cooperation Cup in the past.
Yeah, Shirokuro in general is a very solid player. He adapts really fast. I was lucky to play him at Evo 2024, and when I played against him, he just adapted on the fly. It's just really interesting to see how fast of an adaptation, I guess, legacy players have. So you'll notice it like immediately, like second round.
Ooh. It's an interesting matchup because I think that, you know, Akuma's mobility gives him more options to try to get on Chun than other characters might have. That being said, his health bar is so small and she does so much damage.
Yeah, another thing about Akuma is that he's very mobile, and Chun-Li is kind of weak towards anti-airs in my opinion, so yeah. It makes it where he can just like jump around pretty easily.
Yeah, and that demon flip into his aerial grab where he comes down there, that's so sick. If she's blocking, she's gonna eat it. Wow!
Oh, nice punish. That's definitely a knowledge check. Like, hey, I know you're gonna do it.
Oh man!
Still went for it.
Dude, Chuns will tell you that's not a good move.
Yeah, I do love that Match had already stuffed that about 5 seconds earlier, and Shirokuro said, "All right, go for it again."
That's why it worked. That's why that's third strike. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why it worked.
I know that you know that I know.
Exactly.
He was like, "I will not be conditioned."
Let me do it again. Ooh! Surprised I didn't combo. You'll wait into the roundhouse.
Wow, great tech.
Woo!
We have Demon on deck here, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Shirokuro, quick work for both of these first matches.
He's looking happy and comfortable. That's another good sign of just playing really well.
Yeah, you gotta have fun. It's such a creative game, such a fluid game. You gotta be loose.
Ooh, Mester up next. Okay, so now we're getting the Yun Chun matchup.
You know, when I was speaking about gray hair, that's what I was talking about. Look at Mester. This game has aged him. You can see it.
Yeah, but I love the fashion sense. I'm loving so many of these shirts.
Yeah. You know, speaking of staying calm, staying composed, I feel like the way the game makes us feel and the pressure puts on ourselves and our mind is a really big thing in the modern era, you know, especially as players are more vocal about mental health and the way that it affects them. And I find that, you know, third strike players are very susceptible to that kind of stress and that pressure. How do the Japanese, what is the Japanese relationship with that stress and pressure? Do they harness it? Are they, because like I feel like every few weeks we see an American player say, "Oh, I'm done with third strike," and they make some big, you know, dramatic exit on Twitter. But like I feel like I don't really see that from the Japanese side. In your experiences, do you feel like those are things that happen in that culture?
So I think you're absolutely right. Third Strike is a stressful game, man, let me tell you. But the arcade culture really provides kind of that support system and kind of treating it more like a hangout than a strict tournament setting does. And, you know, people have their friends and groups that they practice with and everything like that. So I think it takes a lot of pressure off. And then also, not to mention, we're kind of talking about how long these guys have been playing. This is, you know, this is important, but also this might be their 15th Cooperation Cup. So there's a little bit of a difference there as well.
Interesting. You see that grimy dash under with Chun? Slimy.
Yeah, the cross-up stand roundhouse.
Yeah, gross.
Oh, man. Mester, oh.
Whoa, that was gross too.
Right. Very gross. We're probably going to see a reset here. Yep. Just gets thrown. Shirokuro is ready for it.
Wow! 4-hit combo.
Yeah, Mester not afraid to just parry.
Ooh.
Bites him in the butt, though.
Oh, that
combo! Oh, that's so
that
sick.
universal overhead into low 4, that's perfect combo timing. It's really hard.
That was so sick, the UOH into low 4, like you said.
Mester with the full stick of butter, though. Just activate right off the rip here. Wow,
Amir.
just finds tackle. Love it.
After the UOH into low 4, were legs supposed to come out? Was that how he was supposed to end that round and he just messed up? Like, what was the situation there that he was looking for?
To be honest, I'm pretty sure you can do that, but it might be kind of like a distance thing. I've seen other people do like a spinning bird kick, EX spinning bird kick, but I wasn't sure if he had meter. I wasn't looking as meter.
Got
but
it.
just doing that 2 hits, it's just meter building, and it's just really hard. I've been practicing that recently as well.
Good stuff. One thing I enjoyed about that set was the fact that, Chun is notoriously a really honest character in Third Strike compared to, it's a very dishonest game, I think, in my opinion. And Chun's one of the more honest characters. That being said, we saw in that game just how much dirt she has, right? Her sliding underneath, hyper jumping to make the screen scroll up. You can't tell if it's going to land with a high or a low, right? Nasty, nasty stuff. The mix up in the corner is gross. Love to see Chun's get a little bit dirty. What do we got here?
Another thing that's stressful, in my opinion, at Coop in general is the one game, because we're all used to 2 out of 3s and losers bracket, but just in general, one game is it looks very stressful.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And one thing you hear about Japanese players all the time is that because they're more accustomed to first of ones, they play a lot more conservative, in part because of that reason. Whereas I think that here in the West, we're more comfortable with kind of throwing things out and seeing what happens. Because we always got like a safety net, right? Wow, that was sick.
Nice.
Yeah, RB showing off here. RB, also one of the top Urians in the world. Definitely has a ton of tricks up his sleeve. He's able to throw a lot of unblockables out there and quote-unquote hard to blockables in very kind of visually confusing situations. So he's able to take full advantage of that. Or, just whiff headbutt into back throw. Works on Fightcade, works on the biggest stage in the world as well. Ooh, good punish, though. That is not safe.
It's a rough situation for RB in the corner, no meter.
Oh! Is that safe? Party time.
Spaghetti here from both players.
Oh, no!
It rolled back.
Oh, what a conversion.
That's not RB's fault. It rolled back. I saw it.
You win.
Yeah, I think it's funny. That's a matchup that a lot of Urian players will complain about. And I think they're definitely correct that it's in Yun's favor. But the kind of explosive damage that Urian can put out if he just starts to get a little bit of momentum is pretty insane. Oh, but now we have everybody's favorite. The Evo 2024 Shock the World moment number 38, Hayao, everybody's favorite.
Ah. Wow, that was nasty. Jump and then do a ground cancel on the roundhouse to feint. Too close, man. Dude, Hugo's normals are pretty underrated, I feel like. Not that he's a strong normals character guy. He doesn't have no cancels and stuff. But that being said, on the ground, his one-off pokes, ooh, are real good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
I
buttons
agree
that he
100%.
does have, he can really abuse.
I agree, and I think that the same thing could be said about Urian. I feel like both of their poking games are underrated in general.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I have a little more sympathy for Urian. I kind of feel like, he has very long limbs. He really can't get a lot of damage off of a hit. Whereas the thing about Hugo is that, he can really make you hurt just from one touch, kind of on that Alex type tip. Ah. Oh! Dude, look how
That's
scared
close.
this Urian is.
Oh, he's almost got meter. Just needs like a little bit of meter.
Woo!
Yeah, as we're talking about pokes, all they need is one touch here.
Oh man, what a block. I cut you short so fast.
Oh,
Sick.
nice jump parry. That was really good.
Yeah, Hayao not afraid to run down the clock. That round finished with 12 seconds left.
We were talking about that, right? I've been thinking lately about, conservative play in Third Strike and how so many of us are in such a rush. Time is a huge resource in this game. Oh!
That overhead is so cheeky.
Good damage out of SPV.
All right,
Meat
bring him to the
squasher.
corner. We're gonna get some pressure here from Hayao. Wow,
Good
what a
blocks.
block on the overhead.
This is such a scary position to be in for RB.
That was a cool disguised charge there. So fast. That dash is ridiculous. High-low. Got him.
All right, what do we get after this? Here's the setup. Low.
Ooh, that
Got
was
him.
sick. I have never
Talking
seen
about
that
those long
before.
limbs.
Yeah, that must have been kind of character specific because of Hugo's wide hurt box. That was so far away. I've never seen him get a high-low from that distance before.
Yeah, and he had time to dash up and convert too.
Yeah, it was sick.
All right, will we see the Gigas from Hayao here that he's known for?
I want to say yes.
Yeah, odds are good.
This
Well, Urian's-
spacing is just it's just so amazing. Just looking at them, the way they're moving, like it's so important in Third Strike to move at perfect distances, and just watching these two play and reacting to each other like that is just really impressive.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I think that Urian's trying to really keep Hugo from dashing. There you go.
I hate that dash so much.
Yeah, we didn't get his Aegis. Oh, there it was.
That was yeah. Everybody knew that was it. That was the
He
dash of
wanted
Vegas
it.
there.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, Yak, so smart.
Second mix.
Oh,
Nope,
oh
he's
no.
in the air.
Hey, look at the reward he gets off of it too. TTH. Uh-oh,
Nice.
that's it. That's it.
The people's champ is about to fall.
Oh my god, I was talking.
Oh
Good
man.
game, good game.
Very well played by RB right there.
Yeah, Hayao just kind of ran out of gas there.
I loved when the UOH beat the Gigas, and he got the Aegis punish. Man, that's slimy.
Welcome to the
Is RB the foremost Urian at this time?
Yeah, probably RB is the top Urian right now. As far as kind of like seeking out routes and like getting a little bit more creative and kind of pushing the character, RKF is still out there as well. But as far as like really competing for top spots right now and playing a lot at different events, just real quick while we're waiting for this match to start, like Game Newton, which is one of the top arcades in Tokyo, hosts monthlies called Third Maniacs. They also do weekly singles tournaments, and yeah, you'll see RB at those a good amount. So I would say he's the top Urian right now.
So this is the last survivor for Legacy Arts.
So yeah, this matchup for Chun, at least from I've played and in general just watching, you really got a turtle. You can't really go ham. You just want to build meter and try not to get in the corner. The corner is the scariest part to be in with Chun-Li. You generally want to stay mid-screen. People say this is a bad matchup for Urian, but honestly, Urian has really good pokes, like his low forward, and he can just counter a lot of Chun's things if he just waits.
Interesting.
When I hosted Steelhammer in North Carolina, I think during Jazzy Season 2, he told me that he prefers to fight Chun all day over Ken, right? He feels like Urian has better setups on Chun. Urian can deal with Chun's neutral a little bit better. It's not as bad as people paint it to be.
go.
I can see that.
Yeah, we see RB using that look forward here. Just like Amir pointed out.
It's still incredibly hard for Urian to outpoke Chun, but in general, you can. It's just a lot of waiting.
I also think there's definitely a just win round one kind of mentality that a lot of characters have against Chun-Li. Get ahead, be able to stock up meter for that third round if you're kind of playing for that, and just keep the momentum. Once she has meter and she can threaten all of her pokes.
Oh my goodness,
It's
what an
tough.
exchange.
Yeah, a little bit of a spaghetti round there, but both players kind of just taking their meter into the third round and happy to fight it out here. Oh, that was a great tech on the car throw.
Yeah, but it's so scary though. Teching Chun's throws is so scary.
Very.
All right, set up. Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's it.
Good conversion.
Yeah, it kind of fell apart there, but he converted after all. Ooh, delayed jump in. Wow, he
Right,
disguised the
just-
Hya behind the shield.
Mhm.
I didn't see it. That's so sneaky. Oh, that's a punish.
Oh,
Good
great,
reaction.
great reaction. Yeah, that was amazing.
That was so sick.
Doesn't quite get the high-low after, though.
I feel like that's something that's underutilized by beginner and intermediate Chuns, is whiff punishing with Chun Super. There's so much you can do with that, but I feel like a lot of Chuns are not utilized.
Oh, wow, she's so
Oh,
small. She can
100%.
be comboed.
Wow,
Didn't matter.
RB taking it for his team, man.
Good stuff.
Super solid.
Yeah, it definitely shows you kind of going back to our conversation about the kinds of pokes and the kinds of spacing that you want to keep. Even if your character isn't necessarily known as a particularly pokey or kind of mid-range character, because parries exist and dashes are really fast in Third Strike compared to, you know, a lot of more modern games, you can really manipulate that space and kind of just like steal a turn real quick. Especially with Urian, where you get that throw, start your setup with Aegis, and then it's kind of just momentum rolling from there.
Yeah, it's
That's
such
a
lovely
great
game.
word to use, momentum in general. Like, a lot of characters definitely momentum based. Urian's definitely one of them.
All right, we got Tokura Yang up here. Who's the other player here?
Well, I got the picture. Prepare to strike. Now.
It's good to see some Yang representation here.
So
Whoa!
those legs that Chun-Li did right now are stored legs. I've been learning this very recently as well, even though 20-year player over here, but trying to optimize as much as possible. But that's actually pretty interesting the way he's doing it. I've been learning after the sweep, it resets the timer to be able to do the legs.
Oh, stun!
The
Oh,
stun
and the
is so
taunt.
high. Love it. Yeah, and for anybody that doesn't know, taunts do have a function in Third Strike, and in particular, Yang's is a damage up. So post stun, it's extremely useful. Oh man, just gets corner pressure immediately.
Oh, I think I could have been punished. That round is so sick. Okay, nice grab.
That's also pretty scary for Chun-Li, even with meter. Pretty much any button she presses, Yang can pretty much EX slash anything.
Oh, just wake up
standing
buttons.
short. Yeah, I love it. I mentioned that earlier, right? I love when twins wake up with buttons. It's so funny.
Oh, everybody's favorite reversal there. Takes it
When
for
in
the
doubt.
round.
When in doubt, SPK.
Yep.
Yeah, so you see Chun not hitting a lot of buttons, it's because anything he whiffs is going to get slashed.
Yeah, or caught by a dive kick if it's ill-timed.
Oh, no.
Oh, missed the ender here. Reset. Wow, that's it.
That
Wow.
stun was so fast. Got stunned instantly.
All right,
Got by.
Tokura takes it over Ohara.
We await your return. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter.
I'm going to steal the towel tech. Most dryness for, most accuracy.
Yeah, I love it. And that's arcade culture right there.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
All right, Tokura, strong start, but we're getting
Wow,
a Yang
Yang
here.
versus Yang. What a coincidence.
Very rare matchup, to be honest.
Oh, this character is so silly. Okay.
All right, where's the Seienbu activation? That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, you're right. He's got Seienbu. You gotta spin that bar before he
Throw
there you go.
Seienbu. Here we go, in the corner. Let's get some shadows.
And he's got him too.
Lock down.
Ooh.
Now, what's the philosophical difference here between Tokura using SA2 and Pereggi using SA3? Is this, like you said, alluded to earlier, this is a rare matchup. I'm not really sure about the intricacies of why a Yang would pick SA3 in this matchup.
SA2 is definitely more optimal here, as you can see with these EX slashes. You're able to
Yeah.
put pressure on immediately. But the pressure that you are able to create in the corner with your shadows in Sambu is also really underrated, I think. So we're gonna get an activation here. Yep. And now you can really, just parry throw. Tokura knows better. Excuse me, Tokura.
Oh man.
But yeah, the thought process going into it is that it is the smallest bar in the game. You're able to get access to it pretty quickly. And kind of going back to what we were saying about momentum, starting the momentum early on in the round can snowball very quickly with that compared to SA2, where SA2 is more just giving you that EX stock.
Yeah, I definitely agree that EX with Yang is pretty necessary in my opinion. And if he has 1 meter, he can go for, I guess, like 3 EX slashes because he'll build meter in between the first 2.
Ooh, dash. Use the dash to go through her in the corner.
Also, Green Chun, highly underrated color in my opinion.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Sorry, she didn't have any bar. Whoa,
Nice conversion.
What a link.
Ooh,
Good confirm.
That's a risky spend there, though. That's a lot of bar to risk on it.
Oh, there you
yeah.
go.
I was a little confused by that jump back.
Prepare to strike.
Yeah, that was an awkward situation there, too.
And he was like trying to get to him, triple dashing over is kind of scary.
Back fierce. Nothing beats that. That was weird looking. And look at the combo drop because too so short, maybe. Standing short again.
I beat low forward too. I heard it.
Wow! Uh-oh!
Oh my goodness.
Chansu.
Oh my god, SPK. What are we at? Like 8 for 10 SPKs?
Dude, I will never let no Chun tell me that move is bad again, dude. I'll link him to this video.
So this is a scary situation for Chun-Li. No meter. Yang has stock. Pretty much, she's kind of stuck.
Wow!
Pressure so high. Stun. One chance.
Oh,
I
that
think
was
that's
gross.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. All right. Enough damage. Palm super. So much after taunt.
Before this tournament, I was unfamiliar with Tokura, but after after kind of researching him and going into this event, I'm so much more impressed with him. And like, it's clear why he's a previous Coop winner before, right? Like, he's just so solid, he's so sick.
I love seeing a sick Yang. I think
Yeah,
my boy
Tokura's
Envy.
been around for a long time. He is also Tokyo-based. The vast majority of the top 8 players this year are Tokyo-based. That's where obviously most people in Japan live, but it's also the heart of the third strike scene there. Tokura is also really involved with other players like Taihei, who support Matsuda-san in organizing a lot of tournaments, as well as doing commentary. So Tokura both competes and does a lot of kind of like the staff support. So definitely one of the pillars of the community.
Oh, he blocked? Wow, what a beast. Who would block right there?
Yeah, really good blocks by Kawapa. Just wait his turn. I'm going to activate.
Talk about waiting your turn.
Interrupted.
Just crouching strong. Screw my
Fearless.
turn. Oh my god, the defense is so sick. Uh-oh.
Not quite going to kill here. One more
Yeah, that was
chance.
Oh, nice. That's so tricky.
Guys, I've got an idea. We'll give a character a dive kick, a Rekka, a command throw. The list goes on and on. Ooh, this is going to be big damage here. Good conversion by Kawapa, and he gets the wake up here.
Ooh, walk up and grab him.
Nice
Oh,
shot.
wow, that was sick.
Walk up
There
throw.
you go.
So when he's doing those throws, do you think it's because he just wants to beat the wake up parry?
Now,
Yeah, it's a very safe option for Yun as well. You're not really putting yourself out there. You want to be able to goaltend and activate, like we're seeing here, and then start the pressure. And he does get the open up here as well.
Look at that stinking damage.
Half-life.
All right, we're gonna build some bar. We're gonna run away a little bit.
Oh, what a catch! Raw EX Mantis, where you going, dog? Good spacing on that little block string.
One Chan.
Oh!
That was a missed command throw. Oh wow, Kawapa.
Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. Uh-oh! Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay.
Double dive kick.
Oh, his teammates are breathing a big sigh of relief behind him too. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of spaghetti in that round. He's hyped too. He's looking down at the camera.
warrior.
Yeah, Tokura got the far roundhouse there on Kawapa's wake up. Definitely a missed command throw. Would have been the game. Kawapa comes back, activates, drops a Ganagin combo, then ends up just getting his own command throw, drops that. I mean, there's pressure here. All right, we got Genki coming up.
Yeah, man.
Talk about
Genki's
people's
so
champ.
sick.
Everybody loves Genki. One of
Yeah,
the nicest players out there. Also speaks pretty damn good English. The #1 Alex in the world. See what you can do here.
Yeah, I can't deny that. Genki's amazing.
Can you really
Oh,
find
that's
yours?
it. That's
my
it.
God.
Oh,
Dude, ban this character. Look how
Alex
fast
is
that round was.
Alex is such a linear, limited character, but within those limits, Genki finds ways to maximize it and just really bring out the character's full potential. It's almost as if he isn't weak, you know?
Nice escape. That's so
Just
smart.
gets out of
Oh
there.
my goodness.
Oh, good space on that dive kick. That was really ambiguous.
Yeah.
I like that jab there. Oh, so smart.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
What a
Still dashing for
challenge.
more pressure. I would have ran away there. He's dashing for more pressure. Uh-oh. Oh,
Nice.
nice.
That's
Space on the
perfect
flash.
slash.
That's it.
That's
That's it.
That was amazing.
I'm gonna steal that.
Genki is very creative. I think that's like one of my favorite things about his playstyle. The options are quote unquote limited for Alex, which they are. I don't want to downplay the fact that Alex is definitely not one of the better characters in the game, but the options that he does have can be used in really creative ways, and I think Genki maximizes that.
One other fun thing we got to see there was how the matchup plays out, which is to say that, and that matchup is extremely far in Yun's favor, even more than a lot of Yun's good matchups. That being said, Yun's health bar is so small, and Alex is and his stun bar as well. Alex does so much damage, so much stun. I mean, once Alex gets going, I mean, it's not as one-sided as you might think. That's third strike in general.
I feel like another matchup that kind of follows that archetype is this one, right? But I feel like it's even a little bit harder because, the air fireballs and whatnot really keep Alex jailed. It's really tough in this matchup.
I think Alex has more tools against air fireball than most characters have. I think
Really?
this matchup is way easier for Alex than Yun is. That being said, big life lead here. Wow, that was so sick. Okay, yeah. You can't get enough of that UOH. You didn't time it right.
Jeez, just show you, I don't care.
Makes sense. I mean, after a UOH like that.
Now,
In
So,
part
yeah,
because
real
Alex
quick,
is with a limit. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Uriken is not Tokyo based, so we're getting kind of a more kind of like regional style difference here as well. He's in Kansai.
You've mentioned now a couple times different regions. What are the more active regions in Japan at the moment?
Definitely Tokyo is the #1. That's where the vast majority of the players are. But the Kansai region, which is Kyoto, Nara, Osaka, with Kyoto and Osaka being the two hubs. And then there's a few other prefectures here and there with really, really strong arcade kind of like groups or crews, whatever you want to call them.
Understood. Eshiken's from one of the farther out regions, am I
Oh!
correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Uriken's
Oh,
just
that's
hanging
it.
out.
Oh.
Too far.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting idea there.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I was just talking about that. Watch out! Ah, you silly goose. You silly goose.
Yeah.
KKZ, Uriken standing up, high fives all around after that one. That was a
He didn't
big
even
win.
need to, man. He could have won with a fierce DP as well. It's so. I mean, maybe Genki has thought, on the, we talked about that earlier, right, Donka? The I know, you know that I know kind of thing. Maybe he really figured he wouldn't do it there, but he had a big life lead. He had full bar. He had every incentive to wake up with a button there. It was definitely a big risk to try to apply immediately.
It was
But again,
definitely a big risk.
paid off.
You can see it on Uriken's face. He's putting up the prayer hands emoji. He's taking a minute at the character select screen before going in to face Onuki-san himself here. He's doing his best to anchor for his team right now.
He's doing a great job.
Nuki's so sick. He's one of the few. So in this top 8, Nuki has one of the few players who actually has won Cooperation 4 times. Up until this point, I think there's only a few other players who have won that many times, but Nuki is one of them. Nuki's such a legendary player. He's also one of 5 players in this top 8 who not only won a Cooperation Cup, but also won Super Battle Offer Togeki. He's just such a legend.
Yeah, when it comes to legacy skill, it's kind of hard to find anybody that has more than Nuki at this point.
You really can't, right? He accomplished in ST,
Oh, that was
accomplished in Vampire Savior. He's been around the block a few times.
From what I understand, too, I was talking to a couple Third Strike players, and they were mentioning that the person that invented stored legs for Chun-Li was Nuki. Which
Really?
is surprising. Yeah, because, I mean, back then we didn't have Fightcade, so how does someone even figure out how to store legs?
Oh man, it's slimy. Those
I
even
feel like-
aggressive Chun.
I feel like you could say that about anything discovered in this game, right? Amir, like Japan has just been pouring quarters into this game, discovering tech, developing ideas well before training mode, well before console. They were just developing amazing things. So it's such a wonder that they did that. It's almost like, how do the Egyptians build pyramids? How do the Japanese figure out unblockables? It's crazy.
It really is. And even in 2025, we're still figuring stuff out. Like, it's just never ending.
All right, well, Nuki Children moves on here. Now we've got another fan favorite, Tominaga, my sensei, the SA2 merchant, the 100% stun scum of the earth that a lot of other players will feel when they play against him. He has essentially perfected the art of catching you in the corner and just making you wish you didn't play third strike.
Plus, he a damn good-looking man.
All right,
Tommy
Torebo.
Is that
Also-
a play on terrible, or is that a play on like Teru Teru Bozu? What is that name derived from? Teru Bozu.
That's a good question. I don't know the exact answer to that.
Ooh.
Could also be the katakana kind of romanji, like terrible.
That's
or
what I thought too.
terrifying.
I looked into it though. It's like a little bit different, so I wondered if there was like a play on that plus off of like Teru Teru Bozu, which is like a reference to like monks. I wonder if like some sort of play on them both. But because like I think Teru Boru is how you would say it in like katakana or whatever.
All right, this is Tominaga.
Oh.
Gets it? Gets it.
Oh.
All right. Not gonna have enough to kill, but it will be one more mix-up here.
Oh, he went for it.
Wow, he wake up
And
you
the taunt. All right, that's rare. That's rare for a lot of Japanese players. Throw the taunt on there. I like it from Terubo. Activate. Can he catch? Probably look for a conversion here. Tominaga saying no.
I'm actually surprised that Tominaga's challenging Genijin so well with low short, because I feel like Makoto's one of the weaker characters against Genijin.
So low short actually pushes her hurt box backwards and makes it very awkward for Yun to convert. So it's not a bad button to spam, but it can be abused for sure.
Wow. What a
Wake up
Hayate.
by Ete.
Oh, so far for that Orochi.
Okay, we have an activate. This is scary though. Tominaga might go for a low short. Wow, gets caught. One chance.
Card jump. Nice movement.
Can Tominaga trap him? He's looking for it.
Look out for that shoulder.
Oh, he was looking for dash there.
Oh!
It's so nerve-wracking.
Is he gonna contest SA2? Yes.
Oh, he
Oh,
tried.
good on Tenable.
The gamble.
Good on
It would've-
Tenable.
It would have hit if he hit a button.
I know we
Yeah,
were
thank
reading
nobody.
ahead in this, on the script there a little bit, but I think the whole world knew that SA2 was coming at some point. All right, another legend. Pretty much everybody in top 8 at this point is just an absolute killer. We have KO himself coming up here. Not a bad follow-up for if Tominaga loses, so this will be an interesting Yun versus Yang matchup.
Yeah, KO's pretty legendary. I remember him versus Daigo at Evo long time ago, but that was one of my favorite sets of third strike and made me want to get better at this game.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but the winner of the third strike tournament at the Evo where Moment 37 happened wasn't Daigo, wasn't Justin, it was KO, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
KO. It was KO. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go. Everybody
Like,
forgets that.
Yeah, Justin versus Daigo wasn't even grand finals, and Daigo afterwards goes to lose to KO. It's pretty funny, but KO, you know, despite that oversight, has numerous accolades to his name, has numerous copycats.
Oh, no!
Oh my goodness, and you can see why. They're so good.
Ban Yang, dude. Ban Yang.
What you mean? He's not top 5 anymore. Did you hear?
It's a funny matchup because Yang does so much stun output and Yun's stun bar is so tiny.
It's also it's hard for Yun to build meter, especially it feels like he has EX forever.
Yeah, it's a good insight there. Because if you're getting smothered the whole time, how are you going to build meter?
Also, another advantage. I mean, this is KO's original character, from what I understand. So I'm sure he knows all the in and outs for Yun.
Oh, wow. Challenge with EX up kicks.
Pretty much one touch territory here.
Oh, too far! Was that a
Nice.
punish?
Yeah,
Spinning jab,
yeah. The dive kick there was a little too high, so if he went for throw, could have blocked, but got caught.
Crouching short. Wow, gross. Ooh, it's a
Oh
save!
no! One more.
chance. Oh,
That's it.
KO.
That stun is just so fast. I feel like Alex and Yang are like the most explosive characters.
Yeah, I also really like to look at. There's a few characters that I think are really like tournament safe or very tournament consistent, and Yang is absolutely one of them. Part of it is because KO is so good and he's been competing for so long and he has so many tournament wins under his belt that it might skew those numbers a little bit and put Yang higher up on the more consistent character list. But being able to have access to pressure at all times, having dive kick, getting your opponent in the corner and taking advantage of high pressure situations just shows you why he's so strong.
Ooh. Surprised he got that towards Fierce there after the parry. It's gonna be a hard matchup for Dudley, I feel like. I mean, you know, Yang excels with lows so much, and Dudley has such a hard time dealing with lows. Also, Dudley's so wide, and you know, these dive kicks gotta be a menace. That being said, he's got pretty good anti-airs too. Dudley does, I should say. Corner pressure. Trying to open him up here.
Great
Good
time to throw.
Everybody's talking about these throw loops in Street Fighter 6. Come play
I know,
Third
right?
Strike. Oh, that was a conversion.
Wow!
Great
That
conversion.
combos. Oh, he tried to
got
do the
him.
backswing blow.
I'm surprised that clipped it.
Yeah, same here. I'm surprised it comboed.
Jeez.
I'm less surprised that it clipped it, and more surprised that it comboed afterward.
We await your return.
All right, well, in the time that it took Hayao versus RB's set to finish, we are 3 characters deep in this matchup.
This guy's haircut is fucking tight.
Man, look good, feel good, play good, right?
I'm saying. I'm loving these cams.
I got the picture.
So good.
KO with the more like, I guess, serious face. He just wants to like OCV the team if he can.
Yeah, he's locked in. Ooh, it's trip guard.
Nice punish.
Wow. Smart. Caught her trying to move too much. No quick rise. Same side. Oh, man, the momentum.
Wake up throw. Gamble.
This
But
is it.
Yeah, but look at
Yeah,
this.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's dead.
Uh-oh!
Oh,
Wow.
Actually, I actually don't know if that was it. That was going to be very close. So I do not blame Luca for going for essentially what is a reset there and not
Yeah.
trying the SA1. That was a
I wanna
very
save the bar.
close life total. Yeah.
Oh,
the
there's
catch-up
right there.
though.
Okay, a little too far for that standing strong. Man, look at these block strings. Yang is a monster. Oh, that was sick. Whoa!
A
really
lot of
liking-
movement here from Luca.
Yeah, his move. I was gonna say he's just moving around really well.
Oh no. That's it.
Dive kick into command throw. We do love unfair situations.
Yeah. Yeah, that really is the match with the command throw. You know, he gets so much plus frames off of his dive kick. They give him this command grab is pretty gnarly. But it's a lot of fun. A little bit of coaching.
Yeah,
I find
that's
it funny
another
when people get mad
underrated
about coaching.
aspect of Cooperation Cup and the kind of more team-based nature of Third Strike. You can really have an impact with coaching.
I love coaching in general. Yeah, it's great, but some people hate coaching. If you're running a tournament, somebody jumps on stage real quick, say somebody's ear, people are like, "Hey, get him off the stage, no coaching." It's like, come on,
I
Josh.
think it's a
That's
remnant of. I think it's a remnant of like towards the end of 4, maybe the beginning of 5. Coaching was a big thing, and coaching. The reason was coaching would go on for forever, so people
Yeah.
were coaching for several minutes. So like
Maybe.
that is fair. But like if your friend runs up and gives you like a tidbit, I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, I agree. Uh-oh.
Did they add like a timer? I wonder if there is like a coaching timer, like I guess at Coop in general.
I guess it's probably not, because they have to pick the character eventually, you know what I'm saying? I think they can probably pick as long as they want.
Like
30 seconds is your
the
timer.
coaching timer is the 30 seconds of character select. You know,
Right.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. To be honest, anything under 30 seconds is pretty good information.
And the beauty of coaching is you can go, yeah, see, Kitagawa just beat KO. I told him to do that. I told him how to win.
Yeah. Options to laugh. Oh man, pressure.
It's relentless.
Cool trade. Oh,
tricky,
slow.
tricky.
Oh, that's not safe.
That was a bad read.
That was overheat. Okay. Going in the final round here.
It's okay. Ken's got meter.
Wow, whiff into Mantis. Cross through, nice confirm.
Oh,
Yeah, very small reward off that.
yeah.
Too far for the grab. Empty jumps. That's such a sick, close, fierce.
nice try.
So I once heard, I think, was it KO? Somebody said that this stage lags more than the other stages. Is that true?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, walk back
Super
to the
solid.
low forward. All right, not dead yet.
You win.
I don't know why Yang stage lags. I mean, it could be anything, right? But the rain.
I think it's the
maybe?
rain. I
Yeah,
think it's the rain.
I don't know. But in any case, it do be lagging.
We await your return.
All right, we got Rao coming up here. Talk about some of the OG Third Strike players. Rao is certainly one of the OG Chuns.
Definitely signature Chun for sure.
He is. He's also one of the, like I alluded to earlier, there's a couple of players, or really like 5 players in this top 8 that have won both Cooperation Cup and SBO, and Rao is one of those 5. He has 4, actually he's also in the 4 winner club, right? He has 4 wins in Cooperation in 05, the January 05 Cooperation Cup, 07, 2010 and 2015, and he won SBO in 04. So he's one of the more accomplished legendary players in this top 8.
Another interesting thing about Rao, the way he plays Chun-Li, he likes to jump around a lot that not a lot of Chun-Lis do, and also Hazanshu, I've seen him, he's been using it quite a bit more than other Chun-Lis.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just a throw-off gameplay, in my opinion. Not a lot of people are expecting it. I feel like he'll see if it works, he'll keep doing it for meter. If it doesn't, then he'll just stop. But the jumping around, I'm not really sure why. It's kind of hard to clip Chun, in my opinion, so maybe just meter.
That's such a sick punish there on UOH. You almost never see a UOH get punished like that.
All right, Kitagawa looking good.
Are you ready?
Takes
He's been
down
real
KO
solid.
round 1, takes down Rao round 1. That's good.
Wow, with punish. Look at that
Go for overhead.
damage.
See, I don't know why he goes for the Hazanshu there, but I mean, I guess it's just meter build.
Oh my god.
A lot of jumping.
Yeah, you were not lying.
Another Hazanshu, I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, I think that guy wanted to parry there, but got a dash. That's my thinking.
I feel like it just throws off like your original gameplay because you're so used to Chen just sitting on the ground. So you're just like, what is he doing? So it throws you off a little bit. At least I'm assuming. It's really hard for Chen in the corner, no meter.
Oh wow! Shout out to Milk Lover MN. Dash been grip. Oh, no way! No way!
Nice conversion off that third low short.
I wonder if that's not an option selector, if that was just a read.
Oh,
Nice
he's still alive.
catch.
Still alive.
Wow. That kill was super sick. Kitagawa, wow.
Yeah,
Love
Kitagawa
that
played
play
really
style.
solid.
I love that playstyle. I'm
All right,
thinking
we
about
got
that
Anchor.
short, 2 block shorts, third short hit super comes out. How the heck
Welcome.
did he set that up that way? I wonder if it was just a hard read, he's not gonna block all 3 of these, or if it was some kind of option select, like unless she presses a button, this is gonna whiff. I don't know what happened there. That was so cool.
Yeah, I would have to go back and watch it. I think you're right. It might have, the pushback from the first 2 block shorts might have been enough to make it so that if the third crouch short actually hits, your buffer into SA3 will trigger.
Will always work, yeah.
But if it doesn't, it'll just whiff.
Right.
Also, we're getting some expert coaching from MOV here for Rao.
Shout out to Fist of the North Star.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
All right, Chansu. Anchor here for Evo Japan. Also, important to note, this is the last chance, no pun intended, team to make it into top 8. So they had to go through the playoffs to make it here. A lot of whiff buttons in this matchup.
Oh my
Oh, no.
goodness.
Rao's just ready for that conversion.
Yeah, definitely one of the slimier things Chun-Li can do. I know we were saying she is a somewhat of an honest character, just has incredible buttons and card throw, but she's got some tricks up her sleeve.
Exactly, but asterisk.
Oh, what an axe kick. Doesn't get the full conversion. He will abuse a 12-frame EX overhead, though.
Cool!
Again with Orochi. All right,
wonder
when
how
in
plus
doubt,
she is.
use a 12-frame overhead. It's really good.
I thought it was interesting how she did, I think, crouching short into spinning bird kick, and then she did close roundhouse afterward. I wonder what her frame rate is after spinning bird kick. Is she advantaged there by a little bit, or maybe even a little bit disadvantaged? I wonder.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I know
Which
that
spinning
from her.
bird kick did she do?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
Okay,
I know
was,
that
it,
she
was it blocked? I can't remember.
no, it was not hit. It was not hit. Oh!
That's the
Gross.
route special, like 100%. I think he's one of the only Chun-Li's that actually uses that little setup with the down forward roundhouse.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
chance here. Chance here. Let's see what kind of pressure we get after Hayate.
Oh!
Oh,
There it is!
this is huge. No meter on Chun, no SBK.
They were too far! Oh, that was so smart!
good
Oh,
stuff.
man.
Wow.
The spacing on that Fierce was so smart. I can't believe that Fierce.
Post
Wow.
Seichu toward Fierce, connects, and then just the decision for, I mean, I don't care. I'm just going to dash up throw you.
I
think
mean,
you're
it
going to
makes
walk.
sense, right? Because who would expect to get hit by a towards Fierce in that situation? Of course he's going to freeze up. That's so smart to dash up and grab afterward.
Yeah, I love that. Good for
Wow.
Chance. Keeping his team in it. Again, this was the playoff team. This team had to fight. They did not, just dominate their pools like the rest of the 7 teams in the top 8 here. They had to really trudge through the mud in the playoff system. The way it works in Cooperation Cup is if you don't outright win kind of like both sets of your pool, you get thrown into the playoff where you throw one player on your team to go through basically a giant bracket to keep your hopes alive for your team. So they're showing out here. They're not just kind of like getting destroyed by, one of the top teams. Chance, a couple other players on this team so far have kept them in it.
Yeah,
By the
hype
way,
is well
Vin-
deserved.
By the way,
I'm sorry.
Vinka, you asked about what spinning bird kick was on hit.
Yeah.
For light, medium, and heavy, both on standing hit and crouching hit, it is -1.
-1. So yeah, he did a close roundhouse after, which is a very fast startup. So just really put it as a challenge, basically.
Mhm.
Sneaky. Oh.
All right, Yakun also up for argument of best Yun in the world, easily top 3. His style is a little bit more mid-rangey. He will actually take some risks too. He's not going to be quite as optimal as Sho, but he has a lot of that legacy skill that we're talking about.
Yeah, 100%. I think the scary thing about Yakun in general is that he can switch up his gameplay like on the fly. It's really hard to read Yakun in general. He doesn't have like a set play style, so he could be turtling and running away and playing like that for a couple games. Then another match, he could just be like command grabbing like non-stop and just being in your face and aggressive.
Yeah, or do a round start tackle, which is very unsafe. Oh, gets him. That's a tricky left-right right there. Ended up staying same side. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, he's doing that on purpose. I thought that was accident. Wow, nice parries.
Oh, Chance had about 5 chances there to actually get the SA2.
Oh,
no.
up kicks.
Jeez. Yeah, also worth noting, Chance previously playing SA1 versus Chun, now playing SA2 versus Yun here. So he's not a super purist.
I think that's better. Like players who can harness Hugo SA1 and SA3. Players who can do Makoto. Oh my goodness.
Can he hit the double? Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I feel like I've seen the SA2 drop on Yun more often than not in this top 8.
Ooh, down period. You got a reward off even that range.
All right.
Oh, no.
Oh, misses conversion. That's a really hard. That's a 1-framer there. Blueberry. Okay, activate. Slow it down here for Yakun.
Oh, you can see him pumping it.
Oh no.
There's a moment there where it could have worked out. The dash under.
Later. All right, that does it. Okay. Yakun does it for his team. They move on. Good showing there from Chance's team though. Coming all the way from the playoff bracket.
It had a lot of hype moments. Chance was really excellent.
Yeah, good for Evo Japan. They were able to still show out.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of Max so far. It's kind of nice to see Makoto thrown into the mix. Look at this sweater. I think that'd be kind of cool if Evo would sponsor a face cam commentary with no gameplay and just face cams. We could commentate the different fashions, hairstyles. But their trick is good too.
All right, we got RB versus Show here. So we have arguably best Yun in the world versus arguably best Urian in the world. This is the kind of matchups you see in Cooperation Cup. Saw this matchup earlier, definitely in Yun's favor, but once Urian gets rolling, he's very much a momentum character, can put a ton of pressure on Yun.
Yeah, 100%. Urian just has a hard time chasing Yun in general because Yun can run the entirety of the match.
But this Yun ain't running.
Yeah, it's actually
He's
true.
going
Show
in.
is not necessarily committing to running here.
He is
All right,
going
we're gonna get
in
an
hard.
activate.
I really like that he waited. That's more optimal Genijin right there. He could have done it like on wake up and wasted a little bit, but you can really tell he just wants to maximize.
Good block there.
Activate.
This
Caught.
is gonna hurt. Oh, no
nice.
parry!
Goes for damage. One more tackle.
Oh no.
Wake up buttons.
Like with buttons, my favorite.
Not quite.
President
One
Kill. Smart escape.
Okay, slow it down. Activate.
Oh,
He
Hail
had,
Mary.
He had to. He definitely had
Yeah,
to.
that was a Hail Mary. He's just really hoping. But I don't think there's any way he could have won that, right? I think that he would have traded, right, if he pressed any button at all.
It depends. Could catch the recovery timing on any of the buttons.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, kind of,
Alright,
sort of.
yeah,
Canadian
full-
there's almost no recovery.
This might be a
Definitely a
reset
crapshoot.
here.
Man,
Oh,
what a
interesting
combo.
under.
Wow!
Show is in the driver's seat here. Great reaction.
Yeah, nice punish.
Cool punish there after the parry. Schwopada. As a death.
Wow.
How about a good punish?
So, real quick, one thing that Show is known for as well amongst some of the top Yuns, the low forward from Yun is technically confirmable into the jab version of his dash punch. It's really tight timing, feels a little bit better on like a crouch hit or when there's a visual cue there. Maybe the player had already hit a button. You're coming off of a common situation where you're looking for low forward, but it is possible, and Show is one of the more consistent Yun players at doing that. So to give a character like Yun that tool mid-range to constantly confirm into a knockdown and build a ton of meter off of that confirm is kind of broken. It's very, very strong. So you're going to see that more from Show compared to Ushi or Yakun or Mester, some of the other Yun players.
That's great
Yeah, I
for this
know-
guy's sweater, man.
So I got Shurikuro coming up.
This is third strike. We're whiffing
Yeah, like-
buttons. We're hanging out.
In this matchup, like Chun's low forward beats like I would say like 80% of the stuff Yun does. It's really hard for Yun to clip low forwards. So I mean, this is the way it should be played in my opinion.
Yeah. Wow, finds Dakai for the knockdown. Activate.
Oh.
Nice
He was,
throw.
he was looking for crouch jab parries there, but Chirokuro didn't give it to him.
Now she's got Burr.
Oh no.
Oh, he hit a
still
button. It's not safe.
Wow, what a great punish. That's
So in order
really
to
hard
do that, did he have to like crouch and then like partition it afterwards, right? Did it get stand medium punch back to crouch into SBK? Is that how he did that?
Mhm.
All right, good damage here. Chun, one of the easier characters to get a lot of damage on.
Got a lot of bar, too.
Nice parry. We're going to get a second activate. All right, goes right for it. Again, you get a lot of damage off of the command throw compared to other characters, so it's more likely you go for it against Chun. And in this situation, honestly, Chirokuro is probably like, just kill me. I don't want you to get the rest of your bar.
Yeah,
going into
get-
round 3.
Let's get to round 3 where I have meter.
Yeah, Chirokuro has a window of time here where he can still chase without Show having bar.
And that time is up.
You know, another thing I noticed too is that Sho isn't activating Ginijin. It's not letting Shurikuro be able to punish with like a super. So just spacing awareness is very, very important in this game.
Wow, went for the
dive
parry.
pen.
Oh no.
Also went for a classic Sho reset there, but Shurikuro was ready, just mash throw.
I really truthfully feel that it is like a shows in general with the Daipen into low roundhouse. It's like a Marvel setup almost.
All right, hello. Chun-Li, classic.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, gets the high, doesn't trust it.
Oh no.
Activate. Oh man, this should be it. This is tough though. He's got to be optimal here.
I want to know if he. Do you think he tried to parry over there? Because I think that was the reason why he tried to parry the shoulder tackle.
Yeah, it seemed. I might have to go back and rewatch it. It seemed kind of like a delayed jab tackle there after that that low forward, but definitely caught something into activate. Sho just said, "I don't care. If I'm going down, I'm going down swinging. Let's go ahead and jab tackle activate," which is typically a risk.
It is 100%. That's another thing I really love about Sho's playstyle is that he's willing to go for the risks and he's just fearless. Like he won't stop. He's looking really comfortable still, even after all that. Yeah, my
Look at
advice
his
always.
sweater. How can you not be comfy in that?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Go.
It's part of the tech.
All right, we got
No,
Kodai
it's
up
not.
here. Kodai also one of the top Yang players.
Wow, no combo.
Kodai, what scene is he from? Is he the Koenji scene? Am I misremembering that?
He plays all over, but yeah, also Tokyo based.
So Danka, earlier when you were mentioning teams, do you think like region-wise they want to keep it the same region just to represent, or because I feel like over here like a lot of people would mix teams where it would be like East Coast, West Coast, and etc.
think
Yeah,
part of that in
sometimes
the
you
US,
see
yeah.
like game center teams for sure. That's like everybody at a home arcade, they want to team up. But some of the more top teams, you're just kind of like looking for the high-end talent to really try and win.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Nice
gross.
reset.
Gross reset into a left-right. Doesn't get the conversion, but strikes the Fear God into him.
Wow. Cool, deep jumping jab. This dude's holding down back.
Medium tackle. Okay. All right, we have an activate, I guess.
Got him.
That's going to be enough. Wow.
That's dead.
Sho just deciding to do medium tackle while cornered. I mean, if it works, it works.
He must have
I
known
love it.
something.
Your return, warrior.
You know, well, you're up around, you're thinking, all right, if my medium tackle hits, I get my meter immediately. I can just dash up activate, and maybe I win. Not a bad risk to take when you're already up around.
I agree with that.
All right, we got Shinta up here. Shinta, more of, like you were talking about, specific game centers that he's known for. He plays a ton at Game Newton as well. Really good multi-character specialist. I like his Ken the most, but he'll also play Yun and Makoto and Yurin and a few others at a really high level.
My understanding is that he might be the foremost Ken in the world at this exact moment, right? Like
Definitely one of the top.
Yeah, like shout outs to Boa. Boa beat him at 3SO, but my understanding is that Shinta just like doing stuff nobody else is doing.
Yeah, he's certainly up there in like kind of like top 3, top 5 consideration for Ken right now.
That's so cool.
Lock
Good
him
blocks.
down.
It's great patience.
Big roundhouse. Oh, that's not safe. Yes.
Gonna see the same side.
Whoa. That was
The
cool.
the execution on that is so tight. This show's execution so high.
Throw some plasma. That's what I would do. Oh, what the heck? Dude, Ben Yun, dude.
Yeah, there's time.
Throw
Oh, go
plasma,
ahead.
maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's a really dumb idea. Maybe he would have reacted and jumped. I don't know. Oh, that was sick. That's crazy that he still got a touch there. Oh! Ballsy challenge.
Nice parries.
Here's some plasma. Wow.
Jump back roundhouse is so strong against the twins.
Mhm.
I love how patient Show is there to activate. Just walk a little bit. Okay, let's get to goaltend range and go ahead and activate. Then he finds the final Dakai to Zaysho for the ender. That's real optimization.
Once again, deep at jumping punch. Oh, he's able to block these engage and recovery so fast.
That was great keep away from Shinta there off of that activate.
Nice.
Catch.
Oh no! Interesting trade. Wow, backdash, look forward.
This is Yun's third Genij into the round.
Oh! He dashed up and pressed buttons and he made the Ganesian Yun block. That's not safe, he'll punish.
Oh, wow.
Oh!
That would have been it. No.
Oh! That's not safe.
Oh,
Oh,
scramble. Spaghetti all over the place.
Oh man. So there we hey, the low forward confirmed to dash punch giveth, and the low forward confirmed to dash punch taketh away. Sometimes when you miss that, even Show misses it, it really bites you in the butt. So Shinta taking full advantage there. Alright, good showing. Alright, this team's got some life. I like it. Show's not just gonna run over him.
What is that bottle that the player next to Shinta was? It looked like a kind of like spray bottle with a mouthpiece. Is that oxygen or something? What?
damn, I missed it.
I don't know. I didn't see that. I know MOV in the past has been known. It's kind of a meme about him to bring canned oxygen with him to tournaments, kind of get a quick level up, quick hit before jumping into the round to increase the reactions. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe they pan back to it.
Dash up. Oh my god.
Shinta explosive right now.
Oh, that was so sick! Oh, he didn't get the double though.
Absolutely one of the harder combos to do in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough match for Chun without meter. Ken can go like berserk mode and just, play really offensively.
And I think he should. You need to take advantage of when Chun doesn't have the bar and just keep that momentum.
100%.
Wow, low forward
Man, a lot of
legs.
damage off that low forward leg.
Ban Chun, get rid of this character.
Other than the Ken mirror, I actually really enjoy fighting Chuns. It feels so logical. It's like a very this is where I do this and Twitch does this, right? It feels right. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, and you mean it's a Ken player yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
misconfirm. Jeez. That's tough.
Yep. That low forward legs too builds so much meter for the punish.
Oh, you got him.
Oh, we went for a taunt. Looks right there. Did I miss you that?
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It looked like a taunt.
I think he wanted him to blow the bar. He's like, just kill me.
All right. Well, Shinta definitely had advantage heading into final round here. It's gonna take a bit for Chun to get the bar. Not anymore. If you run into buttons like that.
Lots of heavy buttons. Yeah.
This is great for her right now.
Car grab. Ooh, car back
throw.
grab. Wow.
How?
You have to do it fast.
Is that
It works for any character.
really?
Yeah, you have to go to back real fast.
Jeez. All right. Michael Tan, able to just close it out with a perfect here. Feels really unfair to start with Show. And you're like, cool. All right, chink in the armor. We took a point, and then you just go right to Michael Tan. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
great.
going into Michael second is so difficult.
It's definitely one of the more grimy teams that was entered into Cooperation Cup. Oh, here we go. We got the canned oxygen.
It was all right.
That's the new meta. Here in the US, we just like weed. But over there, they're on some oxygen.
All right, I believe this is Oryu. Yes, I believe this is Oryu. Also, one of the, maybe not top 5 Chun, but he is damn good. So we're going to see a pretty exciting Chun mirror here.
Yeah, I was watching a couple of his matches recently, and he has a lot of interesting things too.
Ooh.
You know, a lot of people don't like watching this match, but for me, like Chun, it's very interesting. A lot of pokes, a lot of got to throw out like Hazanchus randomly for meter. It's just whoever gets meter. Meter management's really important in this.
Well, yeah, it's interesting, I think, as well, because you see so many buttons that you don't necessarily always see used to the same extent against other characters, because she has to fight for every single tiny advantage in this matchup. So yeah, I think, the more you appreciate Chun, the more you know about Chun, the more exciting this matchup becomes, because you see them doing a lot of really fun stuff.
I agree.
Actually, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Flannel.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree. I really hate the meme that Chun mirrors are boring. I think they're so exciting. I think they're so dynamic, and I love the decision making in it.
Yeah, my favorite two mirrors are definitely this mirror and the Ken mirror. But this specifically, when they have meter, like you can't even. Oh, the taunt! Wow. I was gonna say if you palm or if you whiff anything, there's lots of things you can reversal super on reaction as well, and that's when you can tell when like Chun-Li's are focused or like locked in.
Yeah, you will never see a Chun whiff a fierce in this matchup. Standing fierce.
Got him.
Oh.
Yep.
Now, is that because she's so low to the ground that works, or is that just because of startup time?
I think startup time. I think.
I also think it's distance. So like I know at certain distances as Ken, if I get a low forward a parry, if I hit low forward, I lose. But if I hit low strong, I win. I think it's like a timing spacing thing.
Yeah, there's definitely a few factors to it. Also, depending on how active the button is, because it does take some time for Chun's SA2 to move across the screen. So if your button is still out as she kind of runs into you, that plays a factor as well. But yeah, Michael Tan is pretty good, especially if he's the second in line on your team. It's very unfair. Moving on now to Ova-Dora family and Nuki children. Ooh, Pierrot, everybody's favorite, best Remy in the world versus Tominaga.
100% most. Yep, most enjoyable Remy for sure.
Dash under Karaksa. Also, Remy, low stun bar compared to a lot of the cast, so this is a bit of a tricky matchup.
It's a really scary situation there after you land with a really high cold blue kick, right? Like you're not really plus there, and you're point blank against Makoto.
What an anti-air.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Empty jump, cold blue kick, bait out the whiff throw. I love it.
I wonder if that's instantly aerial, like if it can be grabbed at all.
I believe it's a one-frame aerial. Yeah.
I got you. Lots of wake up EX flash kick here.
Pierrot's movement is just really solid. Like he's just constantly moving.
Yeah, I was telling a friend of mine recently that fighting Makoto neutral jump is so strong. Whoa!
Whoa.
Dash through the EX Yate.
Yeah, a bit of a tricky hitbox situation there.
Oh, nice escape.
Tominaga just needs one grab though. He's back in it.
Ooh.
Nice blocks.
Wow!
Clipped by that boom.
Yeah.
Oh man, and you can tell Nuki children, the rest of the team, they understand the significance of that. Tominaga can just luck box his way into an OCV with SA2 and just steal games. So Pierrot being able to kind of start things hot for Nuki children is a big deal.
Venka, you asked about when it's aerial. So it says here, after the command is completed, the first frame will be it's airborne. However, from first to the fourth frames, it shifts back to the ground, and then from frame 5, it goes back to the ground and air. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I have to look into that. It's interesting.
I'll link it to you.
That's bizarre. Third Strike has so many just weird interactions and hitbox states and everything like that. It's what makes this game really pretty, in my opinion. It's less straightforward than more modern fighting games.
So a lot of people say that Third Strike was rushed or it wasn't finished in time, and they used 12 and Sean as evidence of that. I disagree, right? If you look at the difference in time between New Generation and Second Impact, they were both released within the same year. And then there's a 2-year gap in between Second Impact and Third Strike. And, if you read, I think the Polygon interviews where it kind of really goes in depth into the development of all the old school arcade games, the Neo G really took a heavy hand in developing the battle direction in this game. And I think that it's so intentional.
Could very well be.
Yeah, there's definitely things. There's definitely moves and specials that are wonky, that do feel intentional. And then every once in a while, you just get a nice little, you know, you're in unblockables, Ganage and resets, things like that are more happy accidents that take a character from quote unquote fair or something like a dipole loop.
Oh, he's crouching.
Wow.
Oh, he's crouching.
Interesting, Yakun going for the carry there rather than the full dipole loop. He just wants to get the damage, play it safe, close this round out.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Far fierce, love it. Also underrated button from both Yun and Yang. Far Fierce is really good.
We await your return.
Yeah, especially if you're ducking too, you take that little bit of extra damage. It hurts.
We got Kuni up next. This is considered the best Ryu in the world. We saw an SA1 Ryu kind of to start our session today, but now we're seeing the true scum of the earth, Denjin Ryu. Unblockable. You get the kind of, the way they put it in Japan is kind of fastball, curveball style. Are you going to throw Denjin right away on somebody's wake up? Are you going to do it a little bit delayed after a block string or something like that? It is very much a guessing game that can lead to just absolute momentum destruction and close out a round very quickly.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Yeah, Denjin Ryu's an interesting character because he gets so much more reward. Basically, his risk reward is really skewed compared to any other Ryu and most characters in the game, in fact. He basically gets a pretty big reward for playing, you know, for gambling more. He has full bar here, so we're going to see some shenanigans at play.
All right, Yakun playing it nice and easy with the first activate.
Oh, nice parries.
Cool.
Yeah, really nice parries. We have bar. Okay, how do we approach? Got him.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah. I also agree. I think like Ryu and Makoto are probably the more gamble characters of the game, especially Ryu because he kind of depends on it for sure. Oh, no conversion.
We really haven't seen him gamble that much so far. It could just be an American thing for all I know.
It's also interesting we're seeing
Other
dash up button from Kuni rather than dash up throw, which is usually the modus operandi from a Denjin player. Probably see a reset
I
here.
know, you know, I know. You know what I'm saying? He knows that they want to try to tech or something. He wants to get that dash up button.
There we go.
Oh, too early.
Oh,
Oh, big reward off that. That's kind of fun. Deep jumping medium punch, land crouching short.
All right, not gonna have enough to kill here, but
Yeah.
going to have the mix up.
Wow,
oh my
wake
God.
up. That wake up low fierce. Wow.
talk about gamble, and he has a big victory as a result.
Go for it.
Kuni doesn't care. He's
What a
going
game.
to go down swinging. I love it.
Let's take this man to the slots afterwards.
Can we get a full Denjin setup here, though, too? That's the question. He's within range as far as meter goes. We will get the corner carry into a wake up.
Oh, swoop it up.
Good sweep.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, wow,
Oh,
he got it
wow.
anyway.
it's in his favor.
He might be looking for a dash up back throw here. Now he's got to run away.
He's got to try to parry in this instance, I think.
Oh, but he gets clipped.
Oh, you're so small. Oh, that's
Wow.
a punish. Sick.
That was. I wonder if he was
Wow.
expecting that.
I think it was a
that's
reaction.
tough. That's really good reactions from Yakun there.
Seriously.
Real aware of the situation. Go into medium tackle as the punish for essentially just chasing down a whiffed Tatsu there, which is really safe against a lot of the cast for Ryu to kind of bake in a roundhouse Tatsu after a low forward to try and catch somebody, because he just goes flying across the screen. So it's rare for other characters on the cast to really be able to chase him down.
Stinking Yun.
All right, Onuki-san, back up.
I'm pretty sure these two have played quite a bit from, I guess, like history.
Oh yeah. Both players, again, back to the legacy skill. I think the average age of the top 8 players probably 35. We are operating on a lot of past experiences and millions of rounds played in arcades across Tokyo before.
That's one thing I wish we had. I wish Third Strike had like a card system so you could see the amount of games you've had. That would be interesting.
Oh, Nuki would be up there for sure. Yakun looking great though so far. Working on a perfect.
Wow, nice parry.
parry.
All right. Yakun coming out on top. Round 1.
Engage.
He's got basically 1 block string into Ganesian activate.
Nice.
Ooh, whiff into a grab. Nice throw tag.
Good blocks.
Wow.
Wow, good spacing. Oh man, so many dash punches getting blocked, getting punished.
All right, we are running away. Let's get bar. And we can call him back.
Wow.
Jeez. That's a nice pickup.
Oh no, didn't have bar yet. There you go.
Nice.
Nice parry.
All right, this is what Yakun wants though, going into round 3. He's flashing, and Nuki is not. We're gonna have a little bit more of a runaway.
Too far for a card grab there. Wow. Uh-oh. Wow.
Wow, beating
Missed
all the
punish on
throws.
Nuki just walking back.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a great activate there from Yakun.
Wow.
It's going to be really hard for Yakun to make the comeback, in my opinion. Chun with meter.
Look at these parries,
Oh,
though!
Oh,
Caught
yep,
him.
oh,
Is that still a punish?
That's,
yep,
a punish.
Yep.
Wow.
Another thing, too, that I noticed is Nuki's like just dashing constantly, just so he can get in range to be able to do that.
No legs? I realized that was going to be legs. Ooh, wow, low
Oh,
forward
Nuki's
there.
fired up. Look at Nuki. Yeah, it's a good call there, Amir, on Nuki basically just chasing Yakun down, not wanting to give him the space. Because SA2 is a true punish when Ganejin is activated pretty much from anywhere other than like 25% screen. So you really have to run away to activate safely if you're not going to commit to some kind of block string, low forward, jab tackle activate, something like that from Yun. So it's a weird cat and mouse game where it becomes in Chun's favor to just dash forward, really keep you at that distance.
Yeah, 100%. I've been training recently and just learning. And one thing I noticed is that Young can just super jump away and backdash. And if Chun isn't in dash, like I guess in the animation for her dash, he can activate safely. But in that instance, I guess there's just like a lot of adrenaline. So it's kind of hard to like pay attention to where Chun is moving too. So I'm sure Yakun wasn't really fully aware.
I think he was probably on the edge of that distance as well. It was close for sure. All right, we get Rao. Old head versus old head. This is what Third Strike's all about.
Now we're swinging. I mentioned earlier about how you're not going to see a whole lot of withstanding fierce in this matchup, but I should have clarified when there's bar on the table. When there's no bar, just let that shit rip.
Just go ham.
Yeah, just start swinging fists. Yeah, now we're seeing them being a lot more conservative.
This is where you get to really appreciate the sound effects team working on Third Strike, you know?
It's music to my ears.
What does two hands going up as a medium punch really sound like, you know?
I appreciate the stage, guys. The stage is so sick. This might be the coolest stage in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
Yeah, top 5 for me for sure.
All right, here's the infamous table. We're hiding under it. Who will actually find the conversion first? Nuki-san.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Nice frame trap. That low short into stand roundhouse. I don't think you can hit a button after it.
Uh-oh!
Yeah, this is actually really dangerous for Nuki.
Uh-oh!
5 seconds.
Oh, what is going on?
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Nice attempt.
Are you ready?
That was scary.
Go.
Yeah, there was a universe there where it works out for Rao, but not this time.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Down forward
Rao
roundhouse.
leaks
Nope.
one. High-low?
I guess.
Legs.
Even on health. That was weird looking.
Yep, that's signature Rao, the down forward roundhouse. He's one of the only Chun-Li's that still use it.
Oh, jump for joy. Jump jab. A little bit of a missed input there.
Oh, these Hozanshus.
Multiple Hozanshus. Nuki is pumped. That's yeah, the jump for joy. That's one of my favorite like moves in the game as far as like a sprite art way, because she just jumps up and does a jab and her other hand is out and she's looking straight at the player. She's not looking at the opponent, just looking out. One of the goofier animations in the game.
Dude, Chun has so many goofy frames of animation.
She really does.
I wonder sometimes it's because she was a late addition to the game.
She also, as a quick fun fact before we get started here with Rao and KO, she has the most taunts in the game. In addition, you can affect her win pose after winning. You can hold start and she blushes. So it adds like a few frames to your win pose. It does absolutely nothing, it just looks funny. But, you know, talk about attention to detail to clearly Capcom's favorite character. Oh, nice sweep there from KO.
With the car grab as well.
KO's just relentless, not letting her breathe.
Oh, man. Woo! Oh, big fierce. Wow. It's not going to kill, I don't think.
Downtown.
Oh,
Nice.
down parry.
Wow.
That's so funny. It's really funny she would down parry there because it's like, yeah, it's Yang. He's going to press the crouching short.
Yeah, Flannel is right. That low forward confirm there was like max distance.
Seriously. Also, just Nuki's composure, just playing, you know, after that beginning of the rush down by KO was pretty crazy.
Woo! Look at the buttons.
What a parry. All right, has corner. Frame Trap City.
Cool
Don't
crouching
care,
short,
car
green
throw.
grab.
Oh, nice.
Not quite enough to kill, but one more guess.
Oh,
Wow, you're waiting to block. Oh, it's not going to work. yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's some
Dude,
very forceful
after every
high five
win
there.
here, Nuki is fired up.
seriously.
Let's get a
Now,
whoop
speaking-
man on this
yeah.
man. Let's see what his heart rate's at right now.
Speaking of legends, now we have MOV walk. You know, MOV. For those who have been in the scene for a long time, MOV needs no introduction. He's a legend in a variety of games, whether that's Third Strike, 4, MOV Master of Vampires, Dogstalkers. But for those of you who don't know who he is a 4-time SBO winner in 06, 08, 10, and 2012. He won the 25th anniversary Global Championship. He's a Cooperation Cup winner in 07. He also won 2024 Evo Global Singles. And didn't he also win or do well in a tournament with a broken hand one time?
That's
Am I
correct.
crazy?
It was an SBO win, yeah.
He won one of those SBOs with a broken hand. He's one of the 5 players in this tournament, in this top 8, who have won both SBO and Cooperation Cup. And now it is also his fault that we're seeing a bunch of Elenas on Fightcade.
That's true, yeah. He really represented Elena well at Evo this past year. It was a ton of fun to watch. Got it all the way to grand finals, and then once he fights Issei, he's like, all right, finals, switch to Chun.
Yeah, real shit, yeah. But I think
Oh, we
he's
got the
doing some really-
backstretch. The
Oh,
backstretch
nice.
taunt. I was just talking about all the different taunts here. Some of the most fun animations. Finishes the round out with a back fierce. Yeah, that taunt in particular is one of the prettier ones in their in the repertoire here.
No, call me crazy, but he's also one of the. Yes, it's his fault that we're seeing Elena, but he's also on the forefront of developing Elena, right? Like he was doing some really interesting stuff playing SA1 Elena against Yun. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's definitely one of his pet projects. I would call it that in recent years. But when he's competing like this, he's got to play somebody like Nuki.
Yeah.
He's all Chun.
Gotta
Gotta
do
play
the
your
real
best.
shit. Yeah, the real stuff.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nekopon to close it out.
I feel like Nekopon's actually really good in this matchup, right? It kind of goes under far fierce. It kind of outranges low forward a little bit. Am I wrong, Amir?
No, I like it 100%. I feel like it can clip a lot of things. It's just kind of dangerous because I'm pretty sure you can reversal super it if whiffed. At least I'm pretty sure.
Really? Okay. So
Some
maybe
of
he's really good.
fighting
Like,
for the life of his team right here. He is anchoring with 2 full bars against Nuki. This is arguably the toughest opponent he can have right now.
At this point, it's like how to poke a wall. Who's the better wall?
I do love the staring contest that's happening here with Nuki and MOV. Oh, missed the activate.
That's pretty crucial.
There's so much tension in these pauses.
There
Oh, he
it
got
is.
her.
Even on
What's
health.
the mix-up?
Same side.
Low.
Oh wow, same side. Surprised.
Wow.
Super solid play by MOV.
It's gonna be so excited for the finale. It's so close now.
Await your return, warrior.
Yeah, I can't
already
believe it.
feel it.
Less than 2.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks away now.
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter.
All right, Overdrive survives. MOV anchoring. Every once in a while, you ask yourself, if the aliens came down to Earth and they said, we either destroy your planet or we leave, but it's a game of third strike, who are you putting up? MOV is up there in that conversation. So
For sure.
I don't really want anybody else anchoring for my team right now.
Now,
Oh,
Yeah.
a little faint. One, two, three.
I think he caught something. I think Chen hit a button right there.
Good patience.
Legs.
Nice legs.
Wow. A lot of patience, even though he's down on life, you know, just needs the one, confirmed, there it is.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're
Even
down
down
on
on
life
life,
against
once you have
Yang.
bar and you're Chun, you are in control.
into the heat of battle.
Yeah, another thing I noticed that I guess MOV was doing was he was backing up a little bit to mess with the, I guess, dive kick timing, so that way he could actually punish.
Ooh. Oh, Scoopies.
Oh,
Neither player really looking to commit here, does find the low forward though.
Didn't get combo though.
Wow,
matter.
closes it out. That looked like light work from MOV there.
yeah, his spacing is just impeccable. It's perfect.
He just kind of stuck to the game plan. Genki, the people's champ, one of the nicest third strike players in the world. We saw him put on a clinic earlier. Let's see if he can do it again.
He might be one of the nicest guys, but he doesn't play like one. He plays like a total scumbag. Like a gorilla.
Yeah, so notoriously this is an awful matchup for Alex generally, from everybody saying it's like a 10-0 matchup.
Mm-hmm. There's absolutely a comeback factor that Alex has, but it is tough to put on against somebody like Chun-Li, especially piloted by MOV.
100%.
Scoopies.
Okay.
Yeah, so sleepless matchup is one of Alex's tools to kind of poke her when she doesn't have bar yet. Now she has bar, you gotta be careful. That was an unsafe slash elbow, but MOV not looking for it. Didn't expect it.
Oh,
That punish there on the stomp. Wow, maybe trying to save bar for next round.
Yeah, MOV wanting to get him in that life total. Here it is. That's where he's going to
Wow.
go ahead and go for it. Wow. Exact damage. Yeah,
That
MOV
was a-
not committing to the SA2 until he is confident that it can kill.
Man, Genki walking so confidently. That is a safe slash upless matchup. This is what Alex wants right here.
Mhm.
Okay,
Just the
meeting.
momentum in the corner. Just Chun's struggles in the corner
That's
like 100%.
Wake up throw. Love it. There you go. That's the explosion. That's the comeback factor we're talking about. And the body bag stand jab towards Fierce there. I love it.
A little aftertouch there.
a little bit of spice.
So it really kind of feels like in that situation, the fact that MLV wakes up with buttons in the corner was, you know, pretty scary. And again, if you don't, you might get power bombed. So it's a situation. Oh,
no,
didn't get
this
the
is a
gas.
super.
Punish?
That's super.
Nice.
Full punish
That's-
from MOV. This is tough for Genki.
Mhm.
He is on the ropes for sure.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, what a chase down.
Oh,
Fierce.
nice.
okay. It's everything Alex wants. Party time. Semi-fierce?
Oh my
Why
gosh,
are
she's
you
almost
crouching?
done.
And...
She's
Oh my.
Nice slash.
Genki. Look at him.
Donka,
Nuki
the aliens
family.
heard you. The aliens heard you. They said, MOV, bet, send in Genki.
What if Genki's working for the aliens?
Yeah, man.
Oh
That
my
was
god, look
crazy.
how much it means to him right now. Good lord. All right, Nuki Children survives. And a full nail biter against MOV Anchor. Alex versus Chun. Good lord.
Yeah, you hear about that, right? We talked about that earlier, right? In Third Strike, the fact that it's so much an expressive game, so much expression. The matchup you said like 10-0, but it's Third Strike, anything can happen. Alex, he might be a really terrible character, but no character in 3 is so terrible you can't win.
100%.
Yeah, the
Amir
game
mentioned
mechanics
earlier-
just lend it to a full comeback factor, like at all times. You can always parry out of it.
I think that's, ultimately what is so divisive about this game, right? Like, Daigo says he hates Third Strike because even if he earns what he imagines to be, a checkmate situation, there's no checkmate in Third Strike.
Yeah, you're not really owed anything. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of level of expression, that level of variance is what really, I think, allows the game to breathe and survive in ways that the other retro games are not.
Woo!
Wow,
kinda funny
Tokyo
seeing-
taking round 1 here. It's also interesting, we haven't seen Yomada at all up until this point because Sho and Michael Tan have just been doing all the heavy lifting for this team.
Yamamoto is considered #1 Dudley in Japan right now, from what I understand, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
That's what I'm
Yomada,
hearing too.
#1.
Big combo. I never realized until watching this match right here how similar Dudley and Yang are. He's like a big muscly Yang. Oh, red parry. Oh, why are you pressing
Caught him.
buttons, dog?
Nice.
Nice air to air. Yeah, both characters have real corner carry. Both characters definitely kind of generate their own momentum.
The thing
Really
is, I think that
explosive.
although Dudley can be played and have a rushdown style and counter, I kind of feel like his counter pokes are more of a game plan than Yang's are. Ooh! Yang is more poke and rush, and Dudley's more rush and counter poke.
I feel like Dudley has the best Oki in the game out of like any character. He could just lock you down really well.
Oh no, the dreaded cross counter, missed input. Oh, it doesn't matter. wakes up with buttons. That's fine. High fives all around.
We await your return.
We talked about mirror matches earlier, about the best mirror matches in the game. People sleep on Dudley versus Dudley. That's my favorite mirror match in this game. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I like
that was
watching
a
that too.
A lot of back and forth. Also a lot of spamming stand roundhouse and whiffing it, but that's also part of Third Strike. That's okay.
Yeah, out of all the retro games, I would say Third Strike is the most meter-dependent game out of the Street Fighter series, I would say.
I think it adds a lot of interesting depth to the game because when you're whiffing, you're building bars, sure, but in Third Strike, spacing is so important. Neutral is so important. When you kind of freeze yourself for those frames of animation, even at full screen, it's a pretty big risk. So I think it's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting there.
Me, dog.
Okay, we got corner carry here. This is
Watch
Dirty
out.
Oki.
This dude's been waking up like crazy all tournament long. Okay.
There it is.
Yep. It's so hard to get out of that gut punch.
I can't believe people confirm that. It's so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kidney blow is definitely one of Dudley's better moves.
Oh, wow! He went for the parry
Oh,
there.
so close.
Oh, nice waiting.
Just basically on the launch.
He's
Yamamoto's
still in
composure.
jeopardy here, though, of a stun. Oh, the
Hiccup.
delay!
Wow.
The delay crab punch. Good lord.
we
Yamada's
saw-
pumped up.
We saw
Yamada's
that
like, I haven't played all day, dude.
Kuni never let the wake up DP rip that game, but every time he could have, Yamamoto was ready for it. So in the end, it's a good thing he didn't.
It's also, so this is basically the first that we're seeing Yomada play And we also, another player on Third Monster that we haven't seen is Mimura, who's up there with Tominaga as considered one of the best Makotos in the world. So it's nice for them to change it up a little bit instead of just having show start and then Michael kind of clean up at second.
Right.
This matchup is impossible for Dudley, right?
It's very hard, I would say.
Yeah, Dudley players will definitely tell you this is the worst matchup for him.
Screw a matchup.
Oh,
Stick down, Perry. Oh, that was a good ass confirm.
Oh.
Oh! Unbelievable duff. Who would toward Fierce right there?
And the
With
taunt,
the
love
taunt.
it.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Yeah, so normally they would respect each other till they had meter and then they would go in, but it seems like Yamato trying to find an option to get in.
Wow! Oh, big reward off that Perry. Yeah, big risk to jump in the roundhouse like that.
Nice
Scoop.
to nothing. He's noticing that Yamato's parrying a lot.
Woo!
Oh,
Okay,
Not gonna
What's
kill.
up?
more
Oki.
wake up.
What's the Oki?
Spinning
Oh,
brand new was coming.
90% accuracy on the SPK, huh?
I know.
Well, these
Go to
guys are not
Vegas
respecting
after
it.
this.
They're not respecting it. They think that she's not going to do it.
when the Evil Guys posted, they should put a clickbait title: EXSBK Godlike.
Yeah.
That's what they should do. Nice tag.
Whoa, that delay tech was nuts.
Working his way in with these roundhouses. So don't press no buttons. Yeah, one thing in this matchup is I kind of feel like roundhouse could definitely, you know, poke Chun high or counter poke Chun high. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice punish.
But she has so many lows to deal with it as well. Woo!
One hit from Yomada gives him momentum right back, though. Here we go.
There you go.
There we go.
He has
Two more
both
OP.
bars.
He wanted to beat the spinning bird that time with the delayed roundhouse, but yeah, she's not going to let it rip. She didn't have a bar.
Yeah, from what I understand, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but SPK, you have to punish it when she's off the ground. You can't do it like meaty, from what I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to see it again.
Oh, no!
There
Oh,
you
still
go.
worked.
Wow.
Still worked.
Yomada on a tear. Hasn't played all day. He's fresh. He's ready to go.
We await your return, warrior.
The SPK is punishable on block, you know, depending on spacing, depending on what character you're playing. But yeah, you can beat it on startup as well if you delay your attack, or if you have an attack that has an insane number of active frames. I think that Makoto's Standing Strong is one of the few normals in the game that can hit it. You know, you press it meaty, it'll still beat Spinning Bird. But Dudley's Roundhouse is a great tool as well for that because it's got so many active frames.
so this is, I've been learning a lot of Alex lately. He's actually kind of one of my favorite characters in the game and in the franchise. But whenever I play this matchup, I have a very tough time. Venko, from your perspective, how do you approach this as an Alex player?
You stop Dudley from jumping. So both Dudley and Alex have a very shallow jump arc and get a lot off their jumps. That being said, Alex has some really unusual tools to control the air at that space, like Alex is towards Fierce, toward Medium Punch. Even Flash Chop is really good against Dudley because of his shallow jump arc. That being said, also because Dudley has a really fat crouching hitbox, it makes Alex's overhead standing Fierce a lot better in this matchup than it is in other matchups. And it's already one of the best tools, so yeah, it's definitely a boxing matchup. We see right there, for instance, Genki pressing that standing medium punch at just outside of its range because it will beat Dudley's startup in a lot of different situations. So yeah, this is a matchup that, you know, both kids are really boxing, and your goal as Alex is to keep Dudley out of the air, and of course Dudley's goal is to anti-air Alex. Woo! Dudley has some fantastic ears.
Oh, that slash. What's the Oki?
Oh, scooped him up for the kill.
The Yoki is mash throw.
Yeah.
I wonder why Genki would throw there. Maybe it's just a matter of knowing his opponent's psychology from over the years.
Yeah, well, also what we just saw in more than a few situations, Yomada versus Nuki, he backs off of that initial meaty. He doesn't like to necessarily just go for the strict high-low every single time. I think Genki sees that and just mashes car throw and gets rewarded for it.
Yeah, we mentioned when he was fighting Nuki earlier that Nuki did not wake up DP, but if he had, it would have gotten beaten. Maybe he wanted to beat Wake Up Super there? I'm not sure if Genki's really into that. But Alex didn't really have great reversals out of his super. Okay.
All right, well, we have resident number 2, Michael Tan. He's been cleaning up the rest of teams in the past throughout this top 8. Let's see if it keeps going here versus Genki.
Stomp,
Oh,
cross
what a
up,
stomp.
love it. He wants
Really
to get in there
liking
and
Michael's-
keep her in the corner. Okay, mix her up. Go low. Oh. Oh, too slow on the power bomb. That's safe. Kind of. Wow, man, this character. Very smart, though. Very smart option.
Yeah, one of the more active normals in the entire game. It hits essentially behind her character's hurt box, too. That move's pretty dirty.
I think you take a really big risk there, dashing up on her and trying to get some pressure started.
I'm really liking Michael's movement right now. Like, he's just at the perfect distance, like, half the time.
And Genki's doing the right thing. He's looking for whiff punishes with the EX rush like that. Yep. Try to get the corner carry. Michael's very patient, though.
Nice dash up, car grab.
Oh,
Yeah, that was so sick.
nice.
Woo! Oh no!
Oh.
That's Chun. Oh,
Nice.
UOH. Wow.
Dash up UOH. Love it.
It is down to the double. Lucifer Pierrot.
We await
Now, remind me. He had an amazing either pre-Coop run or Cooperation Cup run in the last decade or so. Am I right? Like, he did something crazy.
Yeah,
Lucifer
so
did.
Pierrot / Lucifer, he kind of signs up on multiple monikers. Has really kind of had a resurgence in the last number of years, both at, Maniacs, Cooperation Cup. He has taken down some of the kind of top characters and top players of those characters at those tournaments. And he's always teaming with Nuki, so it kind of like adds that level of hype and pressure as well. So him as an anchor here is really interesting.
Now, is Remy as uncommon in Japan as he is here in the States?
He's still pretty uncommon for sure, yeah. Maybe not as uncommon, but still pretty uncommon. That being said, Michael really knows how to navigate this. Yep, finding the low parry right into back fierce into SA2.
Yeah, you could really
Just
tell when
spam
he
some
did
legs.
he did the stand roundhouse against the Sonic Boom. So that was, just hopping around.
Mm-hmm. Michael on tournament point here. Back fiercing. All right, man, he's just jumping all over him. Or throw. Chasing him down. Close roundhouse, not quite. One more button.
One more button, yep.
Looking for it, fishing for it.
Yeah, he can't super those booms either because he has meter.
Oh no, flips
Oh
out.
no!
At the hop out?
Oh, not quite.
Did he have to Kara that EX flash kick to get the hit?
Oh man,
Nice.
catches him with the EX boom. Yeah, I think he had to Kara that EX flash kick. That was max distance. All right, final round. You're looking to keep his team alive.
He
All
can't
these
throw booms right now.
fierces.
Just dashes up. All right, he's got corner pressure.
Oh, that was so smart.
Tricky.
What a delay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Aw. We were talking about that.
Okay,
How that's
corner
basically
pressure
gonna
here.
be the punish there.
Michael staying safe.
Nice punish.
Spinning
EX
bird.
bird.
Oh,
my
reaction
God.
logic. Oh,
What is going on?
throw booms.
Throw
Throw
boom.
booms.
Run! Run!
Run, Pierrot.
Run!
Oh, let's go.
I need that on a shirt, Venka. Throw booms!
Nuki children immediately embracing Pierrot, saying, thank you for keeping us alive here.
We await your return, warrior.
All right, we broke the streak. Michael at number 2 in the order did not just clean up the rest of the team.
Welcome to the
Now, I think Sho coming up to bat here is real fun, right? Because Sho's first Cooperation Cup win was actually on Team Nuki Children. If you remove Hero from the team, it's Sho who was on that team when they won in 2017 with the exact lineup. Kuni, Genki, Nuki, Tokura. So there's almost like a poetic showdown between the two.
A little bit of a kind of team kill here, if you will. Like, I should have been on Nuki Children. I should have been here.
Maybe he's on the winning side right now, with a fairly substantial player lead.
Yeah. Although again, added context, Third Monster did win last year, so this could be with this exact lineup. So it could be a repeat.
Precisely.
Oh, a little too far to get a punish there.
Now, how often do you see this match? It's pretty rare.
Oh, nice parry. This is a grip of damage here for Show. Probably just doing the whole ender. Yep. Oh, nice ender with the low forward to up kicks. That's rare.
Nice.
Okay. Show on tournament point.
Show's just ready. Like you can just see it in his gameplay.
Okay. Show not afraid to tackle activate. Every time my tackle gets parried in the future, I'm gonna be like, Show does it. You're fighting back here though.
Oh, punish.
Misses the confirm. Really threatening spacing with a lot of these whiffed UOHs. Oh, not quite. Interrupts the 1-2-3 there. That's interesting. Alright, just blocking his heart out. Good on Pierrot.
Oh, wait, not a bad interaction.
Okay, Pierrot content to hang out in the corner here, play defense.
Oh.
Might see an activate here from Show. Might hold it. Oh, EX
wow.
No, that was definitely the right move for saving it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Pierrot fighting for his team's life here.
Whoa.
All things considered, not bad from the first activate of the round.
Mm-hmm.
Throws him out of the corner. Interesting.
Not safe.
Hero just blocking. I like it.
It was so scary when you have the...
Wow! With the neutral
Nice.
jump into super.
Nice hit confirm.
Oh, no!
Nice.
There you go.
Pierrot.
Let's go, Pierrot.
Keeping the dream alive. Jeez. Yeah, again, sometimes it really bites Show there, going for the low forward into confirm dash punch. It is very difficult to confirm the dash punch.
Now this is boss, am I correct?
Yep, so we got Boss coming up here, who we also haven't seen all day because Show and Michael have just been dominating for this team.
He's going in cold. Let's see what he can do.
I'm a big fan of Boss. I steal a lot of his Ken stuff as well. He's such a good player.
Okay, see what kind of difference in styles here between the two Yuns. Activate. Wow. Allows the low forward sweep to be blocked and then catches him into an awkward dive kick.
Oh, he didn't have any bar.
No bar, yeah.
Nice.
Already looking comfortable for game one.
Yeah. Also playing with house money a little bit. Oh, just tackle activate. All right. That is a risk. Good ender here.
I really like Pierre's movement. Pierre's movement's just really fast.
Oh, sick!
I think that's actually an underrated aspect of Remy's game kit. Oh my god.
This is it. No, he tried.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh,
Nuki
finishes it out
dive.
with a dive kick.
That was
That
so
was it.
close.
Wow.
So we have
Mimura
repeat winners here.
Mimura jumping for joy. Didn't play all day. Just got carried to the win. We love it. Third monster takes it.
Wow.
Wow,
Super
good for
fun.
Boss.
That was a really good finals.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, they saved Pierrot for the anchor. That was really fun. Made a lot of excitement there at the very end.
It seemed like it was a good call for Nuki and the rest of the team to have Pierrot anchor there. He made him work for it. He made him sweat for it.
Yeah, it makes me really consider, like I said earlier, about Third Strike's reputation for being a game with a very strong top tier, and for sure this game definitely has that. At the same time, you see just how much you can do in this game with so little. That's what it really is, right? You can do so much with so little in this game because of the way the systems interplay to kind of reward you for the way you use your brain, not so much the way you use your character's limited tools or whatever, or rather the way you use the tools is more important than the tools you have, right? So yeah, so much fun.
Yeah, this was awesome to be able to go back and check out this top 8. Obviously, Evo did a fantastic job working with Matsuda-san of Oyama and previous Super Battle Opera tournament organizer, really putting everything together, keeping the Cooperation Cup tournament series alive, now just simply part of Evo Japan. I think it's an awesome addition to have a mixture of the modern games on modern consoles with some of the classics on arcade hardware up on the stage, just like it used to be back in the day. And all these guys, as we've kind of noted, still playing many decades later and showing us what the highest level of Third Strike really looks like.
Yeah, and speaking of retro games and high-level Third Strike, again, Evo, so awesome to have them run Third Strike this year in the U.S. as well. But also, Jazzy Circuit, guys, coming up 2 weeks from now, the Jazzy Finale. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Jazzy Circuit, it's a 5 to 6 month long series. It runs annually from January to around May and June. This year is season 6, and we're running our finale for the 3rd time at Akihabara, Denver. It's a Japanese-style arcade and bar in Denver, Colorado. Amazing venue, cabs as far as the eye can see. I mean, talk about some actual, old-school Third Strike. It's just cabs and cabs and cabs and cabs, some of which have USB decoders, so you can play with your device of choice. That being said, teams this year, both random teams and of course 5v5, choose your players. Of course, LCQ, a singles tournament. We're running side events all weekend long. This season we're doing more with our side events with regards to Alpha 2, Super Turbo, and Vampire Savior. So if you're down for some retro Capcom fighting games, please come out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you're checking out the Jazzy Circuit Twitter account at the Jazzy Circuit on Twitter. Also, check us out at jazzycircuit.org. That's JAZZYCIRCUIT.org. And then get your registration for the finale at finale.jazzycircuit.org. Sign up for our newsletter. Thank you, Donka, for being the co-author and editor of the Jazzy newsletter. Third Strike in your inbox, approximately once every 2 weeks or so. That's newsletter.jazzycircuit.org. Make sure you're following Amir's channel. He does videos about Third Strike and Diablo and other games. That's youtube.com/@AmirXL. Guys, fantastic. Of course, Flannel Jack, thank you for everything you've done over the seasons. I was telling you earlier in private that I found out recently, guys, looking at some statistics, Flannel has run events for Third Strike since Jazzy Season 1, every single season. So thank you for everything you've done for Third Strike in the Southeast, dude. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me tonight on commentary. It's so much fun working with you guys. And Lucas, thank you for being an excellent, coordinator behind the scenes. Such a fun event here.
Yeah, thanks again, everybody getting together. It's always fun to just watch some Third Strike and hang out, both react to what's going on, also kind of talk about the meta game within the game. And yeah, Jazzy Circuit this year is going to be a ton of fun. As far as newsletter, we have an interview with Bubbles coming up tomorrow that'll be released, and just really excited overall with the kind of like energy that both Evo and Jazzy are putting out, and everybody's just working really hard to keep the game alive.
Yeah,
and just as Venka alluded to earlier, you can follow the amazing things Amir is doing on his YouTube channel, but all of us here on the team are contributing amazing projects still to arguably what is the best and healthiest scene, the time the scene has ever been in America, right? Third Strike in America is so healthy, of course, in my neck of the woods, in the Southeast. And if you want to follow everything that I'm doing down there, please follow me at FlannelJackFGC on my personal Twitter account, or TND Gaming FGC for the official event stuff. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my brother Jimbo, who has been such a mover and shaker this past season for American Third Strike, and the work that we do over at Southeast Throwdown. You can follow us on Twitch at Southeast Throwdown FGC, or on Twitter at SE Throwdown 3S. But yeah, and if you love what we're doing in the Southeast, or go country, Donka's doing amazing things in DMV. The New York scene is still popping over with whatever Kiyoshiro's doing. You have the DFW boys operating Raycade and the FPAs in that area. You have the amazing stuff that's going on in Phoenix with the Cactus League boys, and everywhere around the country, SoCal, Chicago. Oh my God, Chicago! We love Chicago. And their scene over at Logan Arcade. American Third Strike is the best and healthiest and biggest it's ever been. There are scenes all over the country. You can find a scene anywhere you need.
Yeah, that jazzycircuit.org, guys. You can find events happening all season long. Find your local. I mean, this season we had 100 Third Strike events for the Jazzy Circuit in only 5 months. So, I mean, that's Third Strike, all over the place, every state, every neighborhood. Make sure you guys are, playing this game. It's fantastic. Couldn't say it better myself. It's a great time to play Third Strike, guys. Come out and play. And again, on behalf of the Jazzy Circuit, on behalf of all my friends here, and on behalf of, Evo Japan, thank you guys, and we'll see you around.